Kings basketball.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less than the Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. Starting with the Super Bowl, where Seattle blew out New England 29-13. Kenneth Walker was named MVP. And the Heat, who crushed the Wizards 132-101. Miami play the back end of their back-to-back tonight when they host the Jazz. Tip-off is at 7:30 from the Kaseya Center. The game can be heard right here on QAM. The Joe Rose Show begins now.
Hey! We say good morning. I guess Woody decided to skip highlights to be a smartass. You couldn't help yourself, you miserable human being you are. Hey,
I actually like the halftime show, man.
It was
you didn't like it?
Was different.
It was different.
First of all, I obviously didn't understand any of it, but yeah, listen, it was.
No, it wasn't meant to be a joke. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good choreography.
Guy put a lot, obviously, into it, and the people with it. And if you watch carefully, you saw a lot of other celebrities that were part of it. And so anyway, I can't believe it. You couldn't help. You know what? You're the guy. You're the guy that does politics. You can't help yourself. You really can't. I've known you a long time. And instead of going that, maybe you should, though, after that.
I do want to say, no, in fairness, like I think a lot of people actually enjoyed the halftime show. That was the impression I got from going on social media yesterday.
I had my
the game, not so much,
family with me, and the girls enjoyed it. And so, yeah. Hey, so anyway, last night, 12-0 after 3, and it was a rough one. If you're a Seattle fan, you're going, hey, and I felt like it was either going to be a tight ball game or Seattle was going to blow the Patriots out. And I believe I said 26-17 was my score for that game. And, boy, it was dominated. Seattle's defense was unbelievable, blitzed. There is one thing, and it's a reminder to all teams out there, the line of scrimmage. Before you get on quarterbacks or anybody else, I watched their number one pick, Will Campbell, left tackle for the New England Patriots, just get his ass worn out the whole game. He got beat. He got run. One time he had a penalty, and they still kind of ran the play, and the guy knocked him back right into the feet of the quarterback. And it was just, he was like he's playing at 240 pounds against the pass rusher. But yeah, it was dominant. It was one team looked well coached, the other team but physically, this is the same thing we talked about the year before with Patrick Mahomes, the best in the game, watching him run for his life with that Eagles front. And the Eagles didn't blitz a lot. They just rushed 4, and they were just killing guys across the board. Couple of them were free agents, went out, got big money after that game, but they just dominated in Seattle's front. And then throwing those blitz packages with their safety coming up. They were incredible. The amount of hits they put on Drake Maye last night. It was very impressive. I thought the Patriots wide receivers really struggled to get open the little bit of time they had. Yeah. And then these numbers. After 3 quarters last night, it was 12-0 game, in case you forgot. Patriots had 5 first downs through 3 quarters and 78 yards. Now, they end up with 253 yards in the fourth quarter to make the numbers look a lot better in that game. But it was I had no problem with the MVP. I listened to overnight guys complaining a little bit about the MVP and trying to throw the kicker in there. If the kicker would have won that game, it would have been 15-0 or 15-9 or something. And no, then you're right. There probably a kicker does win the MVP. But Kenneth Walker had 160 total yards of offense, man. Kenneth Walker ran for 100 and total yards, had a couple of catches for 160 yards in there. He's going to win that every day of the week, especially when the quarterback play was good. Don't get me wrong. If you don't turn the ball over, it was good. And Drake Maye, of course, turned it over 3 times. One ended up being points the other way for Seattle, but they just dominated. The story really coming out of that game last night is for that team that we didn't know much about, or everybody saying, they're really good. They were the number 1 seed in the NFC, but and you could tell they had played. And I don't know, this was one of my takes too. Nobody really wanted to talk about it because it's like, and I'm gonna sound like a phony too. New England played this schedule of teams that you look back now and they didn't have. It was one of the weakest schedules in there. And of course they beat the Dolphins twice. We're part of that weakness, including that game up there where they just pounded us at the end of the year. But Seattle, look at the games they have to play. First of all, they got to play the 49ers and the Rams. There's 4 games right there. They played a lot of tough games out there, and they just got better and better. They had big wins. They went to San Francisco at the end of the year. Needed that game to get the 1 seed. Had to beat that really good Rams team. And so you just felt like they were really ready. And on the other side of it, I don't want to take anything away from New England because no matter what happened yesterday, and I'm sure there's a little hangover up in the Boston area today for what took place. They still won 17 games, man, and I know you got your ass kicked in that game. I know you got beat up pretty good in that game. You really did. But you won 17 games, man. You won 3 playoff games. I know Drake Maye did not look like a runner-up MVP last night. He did not. And they got to him early and often. He didn't look comfortable in the pocket. His guards are getting bull rushed. They're whiffing. They look confused up front physically as well as mentally, trying to figure out who to block. It was impressive what Seattle did in getting that team ready for that game last night. So anyway, that was my take, and the Russell Wilson pick ghost is gone. Seattle can move on now from that ugly loss and that video that always pops up throwing the interception inside, and you got one of the best physical running backs in the game. You don't hand off to him. You decide you're going to – and you don't even throw it out wide. You throw it inside with all the traffic between the tackle and the tight end, which amazingly New England was ready for, which is even crazier than what happened. But anyway, it wasn't great last night. It wasn't. And then everybody's going to have their thoughts on Bad Bunny and Lady Gaga and a little Ricky Martin in there. And by the way, I even saw him, man. I was watching when he came out with his performance. I saw my new friend Alex Earl in there. Did you see her in there? The blonde bomb was in there.
I did see her.
Man, I tell you what, she gets around. She was seen with Tom Brady a little bit in some parties out there. But I guess that's her job, right? You got to stay out in the big stories, keep all those followers happy, give them something. Anyway, that was crazy one. And Green Day, man, I thought Green Day before the game. I love Green Day, and they just played their best songs, which only ones I listen to in my car anyway. I'm not listening, and thought it was good. And they're a Bay Area band, kind of.
Yeah, thought everything around the game was good. You know, it's just funny. Everyone spent 2 weeks complaining about the game, and kind of got the game. I guess we deserved, right? Like everyone was like, "This is a bad matchup." Halftime show sucks. Like just a lot of complaining leading up to that game.
Well, it was a bad game.
It was terrible.
It will not go as a top 10 game for sure. And
it's amazing, by the way, what the Rams did 2 weeks ago to that same team, right? And a lot of people were saying that was the Super Bowl.
Well, I'll tell you what.
That game was very entertaining.
You feel like if the Rams would have played New England last night, same thing would have happened, if not worse. Yeah. The Rams would have probably pounded them. Hey, listen, man.
Drake Maye did not feel ready for that stage either, man.
No,
like
but I got a little bit
shy up there. They didn't call a very good game.
Woody, his front five.
No, they were terrible.
Very good. And the blitzes, and the guy blitz one side inside, and the guard just whiffs on the guy. He gave him a little move, and it's like he just.
They had so many chances too, man. Their defense kept coming up with stops and keeping them in it.
Will Campbell's going to have a rough offseason thinking about that last game. It's like, congratulations, you got there. But he got worn out last night. And then the one play where, as I said, he jumped off sides a little bit. He moved a little early there. And the guy kept going, and he put him right on his back with everybody standing there looking at him down on the ground. Yeah, he got beat up pretty good in that game. We've got a lot of stuff to get to here today. And by the way, Mario Cristobal is going to join us this morning. Mario's finally gotten through with all the recruiting. Transfer portal class, man, moved up to 3 or 4 in the country with the signing of Minsaw and Barquette, the wide receiver, and Damon Wilson, edge rusher, one of the top guys in the country. So with all those moves and a really strong 29 high school recruits, including Cantwell? I think it is Cantwell from starts expected to come in the top tackle in the country. Expect to be here for spring football and ready to go. I think, matter of fact, just about every guy's in school ready to go already, and with spring football right around the corner as always. So anyway, Coach Mario Cristobal will join us. We'll talk to him about the great run, and now that he's had a chance to digest everything and take a look at it, and also we're all going to be watching to see what's going to happen with the guys that are turning pro. And we're probably going to have 6, 7, 8 guys get drafted out of this class of guys on both sides of the football, and it'll be interesting. I'm really curious to see. I expect Ruben Bain and Maui Noah to be first round picks. I think Mesidor is too. I'm really curious to see what the NFL thinks of him, because every big game he seemed like he just played out of this world as well. So
you own the Mesidor pick, by the way, because you've been on that for like a year now. So that's you've been big on him, and I'm with you too. I think he made huge impacts on those games.
No, man.
You've been on that one, man.
It's hard to talk about Ruben Bain without talking about Mesidor on the other side. I mean, that was kind of the theme, right? Like, University of Miami led by, and they would say Ruben Bain and Hakeem Mesidor. And that was kind of it's not that we forgot about Francis Maui Noah, who's a good-looking tackle and could be moved inside. Could be moved inside according to what team he goes to, which I think is going to make him even more attractive, because a lot of people have him as the number 1 guard in this draft coming up. So we got a lot of stuff to get to. Hell, Ron McGill from Zoo Miami's coming in today. They're going to have this very sad day. That this is their last. What is that thing? Remember they have that party, but they're calling this one the last sex with the animals. They're not doing any more after this. This is going to be the last one, and for people to go out there and it's been very, very popular down there. And of course, Ron had a busy weekend because he took all his friends out to Marlins Fan Fest. What do you say? That thing was packed, huh?
Great turnout for that
Great.
thing. Yeah.
Good for them, man. Good for them. They've got some things to overcome, man, including not having that TV contract. Whew.
I'm, by the way, very confused about that thing. So do you have to buy? I guess you have to pay a subscription now if you don't have Xfinity or DirecTV. I think was what I understood from that.
I am trying to get to. I am curious for baseball, which is going to start up here, spring training, and pitchers and catchers followed by the full squad. Although a lot of the full squad's already up there getting ready, especially most of these guys are young guys and want to get off to a good start. But I am really curious to see when they're going to start saying, hey, this is how you have to watch our games, and this is what it's going to cost you. Got to cost something.
Yeah, I think it was like $100 for the season or something like that. Yeah. And you know what the problem is, man? All these things just continue to add up. Right? The amount of stuff that you need. Have you heard of this dude? There's this ESPN Unlimited now.
No.
So I tried to watch the Royal Rumble on, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And you need to be subscribed to this ESPN Unlimited thing, which I had never heard of. That was $30 a month.
Wow.
So there's it just seems like everywhere you turn, there's another subscription that you need in order to watch stuff. And it gets very frustrating and expensive.
Hey, Woody, we got a lot of stuff to get to here today, obviously, with more on the Super Bowl, and Mario Cristobal will join us coming off 13-win season. Wow. And playing in the championship game right down to the last drive with wins over Texas A&M, Ohio State, and Ole Miss. Just a great year. And again, this thing looks like it's loaded right back up. But besides that, over the weekend, man, I went to one of the greatest weddings I've ever been to. Now, I figured, knowing the family for a long, long time, and they're friends of ours, It was unbelievable. I couldn't have had two better days of celebrating and partying, and every wedding. I wish I could have taken everybody with me because it was fantastic. I'll tell you a little more about it without getting into their business too much. But Sal, congratulations, man. Told him gets up early in the morning, and I just want to say congratulations and thank the Coronas family for what they did. Put out this unbelievable tequila. I mean, I got there and I lit up. I thought I was about 8 years old again, and it was Christmas when the parents said, you can come out now and see what presents we're getting you. It was like that when I looked and I went, what? Are you kidding me? So anyway, but met with a lot of great people, and it was just a fantastic wedding. And so I just want to congratulate them and thank them. And Tom and Lisa put on great party, Corona's family as well, both sides, just great fun. And I can't thank them enough for having us at that wedding. It was a blast. Met a lot of new people, lot of people I didn't know there, but after about 2 days and a little drinking in there, I was bonding with the world, brother. Bonding with the world. Hey, speaking of bonding with the world, man, got to take a little time this morning and tell you what's happening at your South Florida Chevy dealers. Never too early in the morning now, since I drove my Tahoe down to the Keys anyway and had all that room for the girls and myself. Oh my gosh, it's nice because they packed a lot of stuff. I knew there was a reason I needed that big, comfortable Tahoe. It wasn't just for myself. It was for the whole family. Hey, listen, the SUV family, the truck family, the car family, it's never been better than it is right now. Perfect time to check out the 2026 lineup of Chevrolet trucks, SUVs, even the new EV that they have. Fantastic. Let me introduce you to the A-lister of the SUVs, though. The 2026 Chevy Blades are a perfect mix of capability, comfort, and confidence with three bold personalities to choose from: athletic, eye-catching, aggressive, and sporty, or elegant and stylish. It's got everything you need. And by the way, when we talk about Chevy, you're always talking about having plenty of room, right? This midsize SUV is spacious enough to accommodate a big family, yet doesn't compromise any of the style. New year, new points of view, new places, and new adventures. It's the perfect time to hit the open road in a brand new Chevy. Visit your local South Florida Chevy dealers today. Together, hey, let's drive with your South Florida Chevy dealers today.
Unbelievable. Just everything that's happened in my career, but to do it with this team, I wouldn't want it any other way. So proud of our guys, our defense. I mean, I can't say enough great things about our defense, our special teams. I know we won the Super Bowl, but we could have been a little bit better on offense, but I don't care about that right now. It's an unbelievable feeling, man. I'm just so happy for the guys in the locker room and the coaches that put in so much effort throughout the whole season.
You mentioned everything you've been through, all the ups and downs, all the teams. How did all of that experience help you get to right here?
I think that's it. I think all my teammates, all my coaches I've ever had, always believing in me. I've always believed in myself because of my family and my friends. So it's as simple as that. As long as you believe in yourself, anything's possible.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was one heck of a story, man. I don't know how many times that's happened where a guy has to go to a fifth team like this. And by the way, he's seen it all. There's been some success, obviously, with the Vikings last year. They won 14 games in the regular season. But he gets drafted high by the Jets, which we can no longer trust the Jets when they do get a high pick because we don't know if it's more about the Jets being dysfunctional or if the quarterback's just not that good. He goes Jets, then he goes Panthers, then to the 49ers, and then finally gets a chance to go to the Vikings and be a starter again. And all those weapons, has a breakout year. Minnesota played great. Like I said, win all those games in a regular season, did not play well in the playoffs. And the Vikings had to make a decision on what to do and decided they had to go with their first-round pick, who had been injured all year, thought he'd be ready to go last year. And Sam Darnold gets a 3-year contract for $100 million, which is a bargain, and had a nice, solid to even better season. He really did, and he's there. And by the way, how about that situation? And I know people are going to bring this up, so let me beat. He had a great defense. I'll beat you to this. They had a great defense last night. I mean, my God, 3 takeaways, 6 sacks. As I said before, through 3 quarters last night, Seattle gave up 5 first downs and only 78 yards of total offense. We haven't seen that in a long time. Now, you look at the final numbers, and I believe New England had 253 yards, around 250 yards in that fourth quarter to make the numbers look a lot better, but the game was over. I mean, that thing was that was done. What, 19 to nothing, 12-0, 19-0, and not looking good. And then he had the running game. Kenneth Walker ends up being the MVP, and he should have been, honestly, even though that defense, you could have given a trophy to, 5 or 6 guys on that defense for the way they played and dominated. But I just tell you something, and it's a reminder. And for Sam Darnold, hey, he had to make some throws, but let's be honest, man, had a good running game, had a really good defense. They kicked 5 field goals. They weren't, if they had a chance to get points, they felt like that defense wasn't going to give up anything to the Patriots. They're going to just keep kicking them. So their kicker, Myers, goes 5 for 5 in the game. And when he had to make some throws off play action, he made them. And actually his number 1 receiver, maybe the best receiver in football in Jigba, didn't do much in the game. 4 catches for 27 yards?
Well, he left for a while.
He did.
Concussion, but I guess they cured him in the back.
Well, he went to the blue tent. They didn't get it fixed, but they took him back.
Yeah.
And they said, things got all off.
Usually once you go back after going in the tent, it's not good.
Yeah. But, hey, man, it was a great formula. They have put together a complete team. But as I said, I was getting ready to say, the line of scrimmage, man, I know it's not sexy. I know we want cover corners, and they're important, a guy that can lock down on a number 1 receiver. I know you want a pass rusher that just gets out there. It's got a chance to just be a pressure machine, a pressure and sacking machine. But, man, I got to tell you, I've watched the last 2 Super Bowls, and I watched Kansas City's offense. Patrick Mahomes had no chance in that game. They made Patrick Mahomes in that game last year, if you have a short memory. They made him look real average. They did. He was running for his life. They could not block that front for the Philadelphia Eagles. And this game yesterday, once again, and Seattle blitz packages were phenomenal. They had no chance. And Will Campbell, who's a high first-round pick, left tackle for the Patriots, just to put it nicely, he had a real rough day. That was a rough one. He got run over, run around. It was one of those games that people, you're going to look and, they're going to talk about that offensive line, and they were pretty good during the regular season. They did all the things they needed to do. And but that game last night, I hope people don't take away from what they did in the regular season, man. And I know they got help from the weather up in Denver. I'm with everybody else. I think if that weather's not so bad and the starting quarterback, Bo Nix, is playing, they're probably representing. But they didn't. And you got to play. Both teams got to play in that same crappy weather, and New England did enough to win that game. But and I get it, man. You just had Tom Brady for 20 years, and it was a great run. But I wouldn't be too down. I mean, you got kicked around, yes, but what a great story, man. I saw that last night. First time in NFL history, a team's gone from 4 wins to 17 wins. Just remarkable 1-year turnaround with free agency and the draft, and obviously the development of the runner-up MVP went Drake Maye finished second in the MVP. I knew I could get that out. We've got all kinds of stuff to get to. Mario Cristobal is going to join us a little bit later on, and one of my favorite guys, truly one of my favorite guys in this town. Been so good to my family going down to Zoo Miami. I just love going down. I believe it's one of the best zoos in the country. Ron McGill is in-house today, making his rounds, and spend a little time with Ron McGill. He was at Marlins Fan Fest, and he's got a special event. I guess this is going to be the last time that they're going to be doing this Sex with the Animals. And Ron does this thing. I guess it's a hell of a show, just an unbelievable show of entertainment and a good reason to come out and party at the zoo. So we'll have more on that with Ron McGill a little bit later on as we continue on the show with plenty to get to here, man. Plenty of stuff to get to here as the Patriots got kicked around pretty good in that game. Not one of the best Super Bowls if you're just sitting back and at the end of the day, you really didn't care who was going to win that game. It was an ugly, man. It was an ugly 29-13. Seahawks win it, and it was a defensive win, man. 6 sacks, 3 takeaways, 1 defensive score, the pick 6, and 15 punts in the game. By the way, not good. There's another one I was going to mention. 15 punts in that game. One team had 8, the other had 7. And, never good.
I was shocked the Pats couldn't move. They just couldn't move the ball at all, man. And their defense played so well.
They did. They kept them out of the end zone.
How many chances did they have? I mean, man.
Hey, they were marching. They were, getting some yards there in the first half, but they were making them kick field goals going, okay, man, we're in this thing. As long as you're making it, you guys keep kicking those field goals. We get a couple touchdowns. We can make that up real quickly. But that was a little harder. And then 3 quick turnovers there in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
That game got flipped around, right?
What do you think the ratings are going to look like for this game, too? It'll be interesting to see because obviously, I turned it off a little early, didn't you?
Yes, I did. It had to get
to it's past 10. It's around 10 o'clock now. I'm like,
Yeah, I had.
There was just no chance of them coming back at that point.
Yeah, that was not one of the best. One of the best games. And so all those people said,
Yeah, no, they all win. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys,
Yep.
you were right.
Yep.
You were right.
We tried to put a positive spin on it. It's the Super Bowl. It should be good. And
still a fun day. And
yeah,
you just kept thinking, New England, just one big play or just something. They'll put something together. But
it's crazy. We spent 2 weeks listening to people complain about everything around that game. And boy, did it deliver.
Oof. Man, Seattle. And I did what you did. I go, man, it probably didn't matter if Seattle or the LA Rams played in that game last night. Probably. So. I
was amazed how good LA's offense looked against those guys.
Yeah.
Because they carved them up, man. They couldn't stop them.
And you know what's crazy? they did a great job on the outside. That Gonzalez, that number 1 pick for the Patriots, great pick a few years back. How many balls did he bat down one-on-one on the outside? He was just phenomenal last night. Anyway, hey, got a lot more to get to. A little hangover today from Super Bowl and being in Isla Mirada at a wedding. That's a nice combination of good way to start a show on a Monday morning. Hey, man, it's not hurricane season yet, but it's right around the corner. Have you done everything to protect your home, with Loctite Impact windows, doors, and roofing? You got that old leaky roof, and you're going, well, one more year, man. Let's hold off, honey. One more year. Well, what are you doing? Replace your old roof now, and you can pay later. Loctite Impact offers the highest quality roofing materials, a lifetime warranty, plus thousands of 5-star reviews. Say big on their legendary state-of-the-art Impact windows and doors. Impact windows as low as $6 per window per month installed. So don't wait for the next storm. Visit LoctiteImpact.com. Again, LoctiteImpact.com. Or you can wait here until they open the front door there, 954-500-LOCK. And call them. They got a great staff in there to answer all your questions, get you all set up. They cover all of South Florida. As the CEO, who's a very passionate dude, Chev always says, he says, hey, Joe, there's only one thing you can do. We can't control the crazy weather that during hurricane season, but we can get you great products to protect your home with Loctite Impact windows, doors, and roofing.
Hurricanes basketball plays here.
All right, welcome back, and good morning to everybody out there, man. Well, you hope every year, this is going to be a good one, man. Two great stories. New England going from 4 wins to 17 wins, and we got a quarterback out in Seattle. We don't know much about that Seattle team, living 9,000 miles away from them, but, man, this Sam Darnold story, we've watched them, man. Teams giving up on him to even when he throws 35 touchdowns, they're going, I don't know, Sam Darnold, like I'm still not sold. We got a guy we just drafted in the first round. It was a tough decision, but we're going to go with the rookie. And it was a bad decision because Sam Darnold's got himself a championship, man, as Seattle's led by a well-balanced team. Good running game with Kenneth Walker. Unbelievable defense. Those numbers through 3 quarters, they rank right up there with some of the great defenses to ever play for 3 quarters. Now, you got the 4th quarter, the numbers changed a lot, but it's a 12-0 game after 3, and I'm thinking Patriots have no shot. They had 5 first downs. They had 78 yards of total offense after 3 quarters. Whew. I mean, it was a struggle. It was either Drake Maye running for his life, and like his guys just up front looked terrible, like they'd never seen a blitz in their life, couldn't pick it up. He was under pressure. And then when he had time, his guys weren't open, or he missed a couple throws.
He did miss some throws.
Yeah, I was going to get to that.
They highlighted that.
I wasn't giving him a hall pass. He did not look comfortable at all. But
he didn't look like an MVP candidate last night.
You know what? Pressure in that pocket.
Yeah.
And the first time he went to roll out and the guy ran him down and tackled him, I mean, he was like, oh, boy. This is a little different deal here.
He looked lost out there.
He did
most of the game, though. Like he looked like a young quarterback. Was not ready for that stage.
I don't disagree. And as you said, he missed a couple and can't do that. And then the line of scrimmage, man, it's just a reminder. And this, by the way, I got to police myself on this because I see a sexy guy and I go, man, we got to take him. We'll worry about the line of scrimmage later in the draft. Let's get that real sexy cover corner over there, man. He's a blanket, but you got to take care of that line of scrimmage, right, Woody? And another reminder last night.
Well, it was both sides. I thought New England did a good job getting pressure on Darnold too. New England's defense was excellent.
They weren't bad. They weren't.
They could have done a whole heck of a lot more.
Well,
it's like their offense helped them out.
You're going to look at that score and you're going to think they were bad everywhere, but. You're right. Patriots, Steve. Hey, listen, 12-0. Hadn't given up through 3 quarters. The Patriots defense didn't give up a touchdown. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't bad. They gave up a few yards, but they weren't giving up touchdowns, man. And every coach I've ever played for, let them kick a 3. But don't let them in the end zone, man. Don't let them throw or run one in the end zone. That's it. And they were able to do it. And there's nothing the defense can do when you throw a pick 6. When you're getting pressure and you throw it and the ball goes up in the air and a big fella catches it and runs it back, there's absolutely nothing you can do with that one. So anyway, hey, we've got a lot from the game. It was ugly. It was not one of your best Super Bowls if you're watching that. But for Seattle, they really don't care about that because they were the number 1 seed in the NFC, and they are the world champions today, man. They are the champions of the National Football League. Mario Cristobal, 13 wins, reaches that championship game, had a last drive to win it, and got some great wins in the playoffs. 3 great wins, 13 wins on the season. He's going to join us this morning. Mario's got a lot of his business taken care of. We can talk about Darian Mensah, talk a little bit about last year's team, talk about this transfer portal class, as well as the 29 high school recruits he's got coming in.
Speaking of which, how much better was that game, that championship game in college football?
Oh, no, they win.
Yeah.
They absolutely win.
I thought the playoff in general, I thought there were some pretty good games.
Outside of the first, which we may have to,
Yeah, the first round, there were some blowouts, yes.
We're going to have some serious discussion about letting schools in that you think are going to get blown out, and they did.
So do we not even let one in? Is that where you're heading with this?
I don't know. Hey, Woody, you know they're real close to going to 16.
Yes, I do.
That 12's got 16 written all over.
I think every single year too, Joe, the low tier bowl games seem to get worse and worse. Right? I actually don't think I watched a single game this year outside of the playoff games. Did you watch any of those lower tier bowl games this year?
No.
I didn't see one of them, man.
Woody, it's a great call. I did not watch.
Those games have got to go away at some point,
They
right?
won't go away because they chew up a lot of
real estate, I know.
A lot of real estate for ESPN.
Yeah, man.
So
guys don't want to play in them. A lot of schools are opting out. A lot more schools opted out this year than
the big schools don't.
Yeah.
Then Notre Dame right away.
Notre Dame didn't waste any time.
We're not. We're getting ready for next year.
They didn't wait 5 minutes on playoff show.
We got to talk to those guys and that panel to figure out how the hell. Hey, we're Notre Dame. We're getting in. Which, by the way,
they did figure it out.
They did figure it out. It is going to be easier for them to get in. You're exactly right. If there's a 12 spot and they're in it, they're going to keep it. There's nothing you can do. Notre Dame is going to keep that spot. So
I think we're going to have a pretty good look at making another little run into that thing too. Look at that Hurricane schedule and some of the pieces they brought in.
Well, I'll tell you what, this spring is going to be really important for the offensive line. Offensive line is going to have, the top offensive lineman in the country is here. This kid, Jackson Cantwell, right tackle. People almost forgot, it was so long ago. The kid committed a long, long time ago. He is penciled in, though, like Maui Noah was. When he got here, they said, just go right over there. You line up and get your feet wet and get used to a little different speed than you're used to in high school and get ready to go because you're going to be here for 3 years, and we'll get you going. So, and then there's going to be some other guys starting. Your left tackle took off, played well in those playoff games and decided to turn pro. So you lose a lot of guys on that offensive line. Hey, center ends up being one of your best players. What a great story. He's out eligibility. So there's some positions to replace on that offensive line and obviously getting some depth with some of the other guys on this team. But you're right. You kind of look at this team and going, wow, boy, it still looks pretty damn good. It's still got a really, really good look to it, this team. Hey, by the way, so we got Mario going to join us coming up a little bit later on in the show. He's going to join us at 8 o'clock. Ron McGill is going to be in the house from Zoo Miami. I'm sorry, but no matter what's going on, Ron McGill is going to come on. We'll talk to him a little bit as well. And again, I just wanted to take a second. We've all been to a lot of weddings and we go through these things. Woody, you're going to go through this. You probably have already done it where your buddy, seems like everybody gets married at the same time and all my kids' friends are all getting married and you get to be good friends with the families and everything else. But I just went and had a great time. Stayed at the Islander, by the way. I recommend you go to the Islander. They have fixed that bad boy up.
Where exactly is that?
That's in Isla Mirada.
Okay. I've never done Isla Mirada.
Oh my God,
I've only
it's great.
gone all the way down.
Honestly, I am a huge fan, and we hadn't been there for a while.
That's Jimmy Johnson.
Matter of fact,
right?
the last time we were down there, we stayed at that same hotel,
really?
And it was going through a renovation. But now, oh my God, oh, it's beautiful, just beautiful place. But the wedding was Tom and Lisa, the Coronas family. Sal, Emily got married, and just a wonderful. I mean, I got a little emotional. I don't even know why. I was gonna listen to my boy Chris is up there and he's going through this thing. I got little tears in my eyes. He's choking up. I can't figure out. I cry more than I used to. So anyway, Sal and Emily.
It's okay if you cry at weddings.
Great. And just met a lot. The other thing is, Woody, you never know how that goes when you sit with a lot of people. I didn't know. And I'm sitting there. By the end of the night, I got my arms around guys and dancing next to them and running around, and my legs are killing me because I realize I must be an idiot trying to do things on the dance floor. But what a great party. Just
is your wife okay with your performance?
No. I get I get policed, but she never embarrassed me in front of you. One thing about my wife, I give her credit. She takes me off the side and goes, tone it down there, big boy, a little bit.
So she lets you go for a while and then
she's good.
Yeah.
But never embarrasses me.
That's good.
I respect that.
She lets you do it to yourself.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Probably you realize
take care of that on your own.
Laughing at you and think you're an idiot. Do you realize that? So
do you have anything left in the tank after the wedding though?
No. that next
That was
day.
it, huh?
I gave it everything I had for this age.
You left it all out on the dance floor.
And by the way, the young guys tried to
Respect
keep
that.
me. You know this now. They have this after party thing. The last 2 weddings have an after party, and they're going, well, we got to go over and see it.
Yeah.
I go, okay. And
I did an after party at the last one too.
I'm
not a fan of that.
Yeah, we had my nephew had a after the party, and I'm like, honey, I don't know how much I have left here. I just danced with this band for 3 hours, and now because these young guys can go, and they're doing shots, and I'm watching them throwing down tequila, and they're having a great time. And I was like, damn, it'd be great to.
The after party's a young man's game.
It's a young man's game, and
that's in your 20s.
But I had a couple guys in my age group that, you know, we'd all been drinking, and we all walked over, and we were there. None of us were, you know, the wild ones were up in front, but it was fun. So Tom and Lisa and Sal and Emily and the whole family, man, thank you for having us. I never get a chance to do that, but I needed that. I need to get away, and that was fantastic. Fantastic, and really, really, on behalf of my family, we had a great time, man. Just a great time. So my boy Sal, who listens to us in the morning, congratulations, brother. I love you, and it was fantastic. Anyway, all right, on that note, we got a lot more stuff to get to. 7 o'clock hours coming up, man. We got all kinds of stuff. I know, man. I know what you're thinking, Woody. You and I looked at each other early this morning and said, ooh, never like those games you can turn off in the fourth quarter. I hate that. So I stayed around. I went to bed, but I turned the TV on, knowing that my wife's going to turn it off anyway. And I'll go, okay, they score again. And then our boy Mac Hollins makes a nice catch in the corner of the end zone.
He did.
By the way, Mac shows up in every big game.
Mm-hmm.
Why does everybody just sign Mac Hollins to like a 3 or 4 year contract? He's as good as any receiver they have on that team. Every year he does this. Go back and look at Mac Hollins in big games in the playoffs. The guy catches a friggin' touchdown. He does. Barefoot, little different cat, spends a lot of time down here. Really good dude. Anyway, hey, Baptist Health South Florida, I want to talk about sports medicine for a second here, man. You know how this works. We're competitive in sports, team or individual sports. The guys are playing 3-on-3 basketball and playing way too hard. And I was thinking somebody's going to be going to Baptist Health South. Go down there because they were playing hard, man. And I got to tell you, that's what Baptist Health South Florida, one of the top sports medicine programs in the country, have put together. Where do the pros go? Enter Miami, the Heat, the Panthers, and the Miami Dolphins, FIU, FAU. Man, all trust the great doctors and that sports medicine program Baptist Health South Florida has put together. It is about the team doctors, and it is about the great specialists for every part of the body: knee and shoulder and foot and ankle, hand, back, hip and knee replacement doctors, Achilles doctor. They've seen it all. And the great part is they're for all of us. These doctors are here in town, not just for the high school, college, and professional athlete, all of us that play sports way too hard. You know how this thing works. The more you play, the more competitive you are, the more chance of injury. And it happens. But 3 great facilities. Baptist Health South Florida makes it easy for you to go in, see the doctors, and get taken care of. Doctors Hospital in Coral Gables, Hard Rock Stadium next to the training facility, and Broward County, Broward County 595 and Pine Island in Plantation. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho. One goal every day, man. One goal. Get you healthy, back out playing the sports you love the most.
WQAM broadcasting live from
33.
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less with the Pricito. Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. Starting with the Super Bowl, where Seattle blew out New England 29-13. Kenneth Walker was named MVP. And the Heat, who crushed the Wizards 132-101. Miami will play the back end of their back-to-back tonight when they host the Jazz. Tip-off is at 7:30 from the Castella Center. And the game can be heard right here on WQAM. The Joe Rose Show continues now.
Super Bowl. It's 3rd down and 1 for the Pats. They have to go for the end zone if they want any points. The 12s, they are standing. The Seahawks defenders are asking for even more noise, and they're getting it. 3 receivers on the left side for Maye. Single receiver right. Maye dumps it off underneath. Ball is caught. It's the running back. It's Henderson. He is tackled in bounds. 3, 2, 1. The Seahawks, they're bringing it home again for the second time in less than 12 years. The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60. They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest, and the party begins at Levi Stadium and in Seattle, and it won't stop for days. How about that, partner? We're Super Bowl champs. Love it. Mike McDonald has become the first head coach to win the Super Bowl as the primary defensive play caller. And he has done it all season long. Sam Darnold, just the 4th quarterback ever to win the Super Bowl in his first season with the team.
And I guess we got to start with the Seahawks. Congratulations with that 29-13 dominant win, man. Dominant win. No question about it. It was, I think of Pete Prisco. Pete called this one, man. Pete's been on this for 2 weeks. It's going to be a blowout. Seattle's going to crush them. And they did. They did defensively. They got after him, Seattle's defense. 3 takeaways in that game, including a pick 6, which are just killers. A lot of punts. Not the best game. Listen, not the best game we've seen in the history of these Super Bowls. Matter of fact, it was pretty dominant from start to finish. I just go to this number. I was looking at all the numbers and writing them down as the game's going on last night. That game was 12-0 after 3 quarters. Which, look at, you're 2 scores down. I mean, you still can put together, get some stops and put 2 drives together. But with that 12-0 that you're down after 3 quarters, they had 5 first downs. 5 first downs against that Seattle defense and 78 total yards. 78 total yards. They were struggling, man. They couldn't block them up front. Receivers couldn't get open. And that's a reality check now for the Patriots to go back and go, okay, you got a young, left tackles, a high first-round pick in Campbell. But, boy, he was – Woody, I hate to pick on one guy because he wasn't the only one on that offensive line that struggled. But, man, he got pushed around. And then the one play where he kind of started a little early, and they didn't stop the play, and the guy ran right over him. Guy hits his head right on his feet of his quarterback going backwards. It just you're going like, man, whew. It was a tough one. And when they weren't going over the top of them, they were running around them. So with that pressure, it just starts. I've never heard a quarterback say if you get pressured enough and you get hit in the mouth enough, it starts to affect your accuracy. And I'm not making excuses for Drake Maye miss some throws. And then that group of receivers, man, they just don't. There's some nice stories. Stephon Diggs was back, and, he's had a good season for him, a lot better than most people thought. And they got Booty on the outside who makes, a few plays, but it's just not a group that scares you. Kind of like Buffalo. They just don't scare you. Hell, like us with just one guy on the outside. We apparently don't scare a lot of people down here either with the passing game. Hey, speaking of all that, I got to say, so a lot of Tua stuff yesterday was all this Tua, and I get it. He's been quarterback and all the drama with him and everything around him. And he is, everybody knows and wants to know the Tua thing. I think everybody knows how I stand on Tua, not too highly. But this thing, everybody's trying to kind of tease this story about, well, there's only 3 things going to happen, man. I said it last week, and it doesn't take some insider to figure this out. They're going to cut him because they don't want him around, and they're going to eat all that money, and they will have to eat it. They won't be the first team to eat it. There's been a couple other teams that had to eat a lot of money, one in Cleveland and one in Denver that's eating a lot of money. The second one is you can trade him, and the only way you're going to trade him, because nobody's picking up that $54 million, is you're going to have to trade him and pay most of that money to try to get some terrible pick in the 6th or 7th round, maybe. That's going to be the thing. And then third thing is, which guy after us is all over this, Leroy, that if you don't have anything better, you got to come back and play him. I said, Leroy, that's got in yesterday. We were talking about it. Leroy, I couldn't disagree more. He's got to go. What do you mean come back and what? Well, if he's the best quarterback, he's got to play. And I understand it. He's still on this. He's just without emotion and all the things he says and he can't do. If he's your best quarterback and you have an open, and I'm going, you can't do that. We've seen the best of him. And the best this year, what do you think? He's going to get better?
Does he take into account the fact that you have to specifically tailor an offense to that guy? Right? Like you have to have a very specific offense for him.
I totally agree. It's
got to be the quick, the timing throw. Like it's
offense.
Just, like you got to completely tailor an offense to that guy.
I've been here since 1980. I have never seen an offense that shut down so much to try to get the very few things. Mike tried everything just to, hey, just complete this little pass to Devon Achane out wide and swing, and we'll get a block out in front, and you get credit for a 20-yard throw. I mean,
so I'm not understanding like what his take is, if that's like the way he's leaning with it. It's like,
he goes,
you would start Quinn Ewers before you would start.
Instead of eat the money.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the other thing is he's not big on this Malik thing, Malik Willis.
Uh-huh.
And if you have to pay him too much money. Well, I said, I agree. They're not going to overpay for the guy. Like, hey, we're so desperate, even though you played 2 games for us in Green Bay, we'd like to give you $40 million now a year. They're not going to do that.
I think the problem is you'd have to tailor an offense specifically towards what he does.
So
you got a new coaching style. Like it's time to move on. But
listen, if this new coordinator, Slowey, if he's the real thing, he knows all this stuff. And I appreciate whatever you have to say to the writers. I don't really care what you say to our print media guys the other day. I don't care. But I got to tell you, if I was to find out that he went in those meetings and said, we can win games with this guy, I'd get rid of him. I would just go, we're going to let you go.
There's no way that happened.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. No way all those guys came from Green Bay and saw Tua, and they're like.
And he was here last year, whatever, passing coordinator. He had one of the coordinator title. But whatever it is, if he came in and he goes in the meeting and goes, hey, guys, I'm just telling you, whatever you think of Malik, I understand, and Willis, and you guys know him better than I do, and you've been with him for 2 years when I was in Houston, and they're going to ask his opinion because he was here last year. Hey, you were there.
The GM made it pretty clear he's making the calls.
Yes,
and it would be very disappointing if that was.
There's not going to be a GM going, well, what do you guys want to do? Well, hey, I just stopped by the meeting here offensively. What do you want to do with Tua? Okay.
Well, that might have been what happened recently here.
Not going to be any of that. I agree. And he made that. By the way, he made one thing about him. He came in and he made it clear, like, hey, at the end of the day, I'm going to work with my head coach and my staff, and I want to know what they think. I want their input. But at the end of the day, I got to do I have to do as a GM what's best for this team. Nobody else. Nobody that works on at the stadium full time. Nobody that does contracts. No coach. I'm going to have final say. And we're sitting there, and the Dolphins are on the clock. Our general manager is going to have final say. All right, appreciate what everybody said. We've talked about this. We're going with this guy. And by the way, if it doesn't work out, here's my name and number and how to get a hold of me. You won't have to there won't be any more, well, he wanted them and he wanted them and he might have wanted them, because that's all we've been doing. Nobody ever takes any accountability through the years, especially recent years, for bad picks. Now, occasionally, they hit on one. They got bruise marks on their chest. Oh, boy, I tell you what, my kids are just telling me I got Tyreek Hill in that trade, and like, wow, I don't hear anybody saying bad things about me now. You remember those stupid things we used to hear? Like, you can't make some of that stuff up, man. Seriously, just incredible. So anyway, besides all that stuff which popped up, and some people call me last, hey, what's the latest on this Tua thing? Well, listen, there's only 3 things they can do, man. Yeah. 3 things. And all 3 of them, he gets his money. One thing about guarantee contract, whatever situation you like right now as you're listening, and either I'm pissing you off right now or you're agreeing with me, because you do both when we talk about Tua, and that's okay. There's 3 things, and that's it. You're going to flat out cut him and just get him out of here. Nobody wants him. We've checked around. We're not getting anything for him. We're going to throw in a lot of money and try to get a trade pick back for him, something, so we don't look so bad. We already look terrible giving him that contract. And then the third thing is you keep him. I'm going to call that the Leroy one. I'm going to give Leroy total credit for the keep him. If you don't have anything better, clearly better, keep him and let him compete for a job. He didn't say give it to him, compete for that job. And if he wins, he gets to be the guy. So he comes in here and I go, ooh, I don't like that. I've seen enough. I don't care about his camp.
I do think he's broken, by the way. Like, he needs to have a change of scenery.
He does. I think he
can't play here.
I think he feels the same way.
Yeah, I think he was pretty clear about that.
Yeah, when he said, hey, it would be dope.
Yeah. I think that was his way of saying it.
He was like, let me get a fresh start. I just, this thing, and I lost my confidence, and I want to get it back. And then, he doesn't want to be here. Yeah, you're exactly right. It's funny, though, watching that game and watching the 2 best teams in football. And then you always go back and go, all right, where do we got a ways to go. I mean, Seattle, that defense, man, you talk about a well-coordinated, Woody, those blitzes, those delayed blitzes, and New England looked lost. I don't want to say they weren't prepared. That's not fair, but man,
didn't look like it.
They got out. I mean, you just usually when you get outplayed, they got outcoached the whole thing.
The other team was, they were much better, though.
And I'm not taking away today would be dumb after you win 17 games to start ripping Vrabel. You'd sound really stupid. Guy's coach of the year, coming off the big year. And, but you
think Denver would have given him a better game?
Yes.
Bo Nix?
Yes, I do. I think their offense would have struggled too. But I think Denver's defense would have been fun to match up. See, but saying that, I mean, 3 quarters, Patriots didn't give up a touchdown defensively.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
what a dud.
Yeah, no.
It was exactly the game we deserved too, man. 2 weeks, everyone just complained about the matchup, about everything around the game. And it just felt like this thing
out
was
here
be
on the
dud.
East Coast. I didn't feel a lot of hype for the game. Did you?
No. I didn't.
Kind of even Radio Row. I mean,
and maybe that was because people all week were telling us that there's no juice with this matchup, and there's, and how bad it's going to be. And
I knew last week when one of the biggest stories is Tom Brady didn't come out and say he doesn't care basically he didn't care who won the game. Then later on he said, Robert Kraft, my guy, I want him to win another one.
Yeah, that wasn't a very juicy storyline.
And I'm going, that's the best we have. The best quarterback to ever play the game owns a piece of Vegas.
But it just felt like there was just so much complaining for the last 2 weeks about everything involved with that game, and it delivered.
Yeah.
It delivered exactly what people, I guess, thought it would be.
Yeah. I tell you what, it didn't mess up the food, though. It did not affect.
What'd you end up going with, by the way? I know you were talking pizza all week.
Woody, I went out and played tennis with the kids when we got home, half hungover. And hydrated.
Out, right?
Yeah, I wanted to, get some. Went to courts. They were empty. It was great. Caught the last hour and a half of the courts being open. Came back and chicken wings Woody, chicken wings, pizza, tacos.
Wow.
Oh, she went.
So you just threw that at that. That came out of left field.
Yeah,
Wow.
that one. Hey, and then she had, she went out and got some for people who just wanted these roast beef sandwiches.
From what, Arby's?
No. When you say
what
roast
a weird
beef,
spread, man.
no, I got to tell you,
Like what?
I was opening these things going, wow, where'd this one come from? Where's this coming from? I don't know, but I'm already thinking about lunch today, Woody.
So you had wings, pizza, tacos, and roast beef.
Yeah. Sandwiches.
Okay.
You just had to put them, melt that cheese on the top. Bam, they're ready to go.
Okay.
Throw a little mayonnaise and mustard on those bad boys.
You just you threw a curveball at me.
I know
man.
I did.
Yeah.
I know.
I wasn't expecting you to go tacos and roast beef, but
yeah.
What kind of tacos are we talking? Like the beef tacos?
Yeah, she did.
Just regular tacos.
But they were loaded.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't go with me. I had to skip the.
Okay.
Love Mexican food. Now,
yeah, it's great.
I
just don't know all those things mix so well together.
You
had all of them?
I go to visit my father, and most of the restaurants in my hometown are Mexican. I eat Mexican food twice a day.
It's the best.
All week.
Yeah,
and you know who else is that bad? The old grumpy guy, Kim Bocamper.
Big Mexican food guy?
San Jose, bro.
Everyone likes Mexican food,
likes
don't
Mexican
they?
out there. It's great. We got those mom and pop places, mom and dad work. Oh, they're delicious.
But so you ate all of those things yesterday?
I did not. I stayed away from the tacos.
Okay.
But today may be a little taco day.
I was going to say, it might be a rough morning for you.
Yeah. No,
that mix of food in there?
No. With the coffee and water, yeah. I know what you're thinking, okay, brother? I know what you're thinking. Hey, we've got more stuff. We may have a little Ron McGill with us here coming up. I see him running around the radio station from Zoo Miami. We'll talk to him and a little bit about what he's got going on here. And we got Mario Cristobal going to join us this morning. Pretty cool. Looking back, first time we've had him this morning since before the national championship game. So we got everything in place, got a little time off now, a little more time before spring football, playing in the national championship game. So we'll talk to him a little bit about everything and the great run that the Miami Hurricanes were able to go on and looking ahead to this team that he's got coming in. And boy, he loves this group too. Right now, though, I want to take a second to tell you about Chill Zone AC. Hey, man, I'm in this mood right now. I want to let everybody know it happens. You're with an air conditioning company or you keep flipping around and you're just not happy. Don't like the service. Don't like the attitude of the guys at the top, whatever it is. Or they're going, hey, sorry, but you got to pay for that. Well, that wasn't what we talked about. Hey, listen, you're going to get great stuff with Chill Zone AC. I got to tell you, installations, repairs. The president came in here. I was so impressed. Chill Zone AC has been around. She comes from her father. I'm talking about the president, Melissa Dave Arona. She is fantastic, answers the phone most of the time. Always her goal to take your calls, to take care of everything. They cover all of South Florida from Key Largo to Tampa with duct cleaning as well. But you're going to get great service. And when you talk to her, that's it, man. What she says is going to happen is going to happen. I love the work they've been doing. And I just want to let you know. And again, I'll say it over and over. If you're not happy and you're always flipping and you're not happy with this company, you tried another one, the same thing happened again. Well, I'll tell you what, Chill Zone AC is just a different way of doing it in the air conditioning business. They serve Dade and Broward County. Absolutely perfect. And you're dealing directly with the owner from installation to repairs to duct cleaning, the whole deal. Call 786-378-2778. Tell them you heard it right here on 104.3 WQAM, chillzoneac.com. You can learn more about them. She's wonderful. The company's great. You're going to love it. Stay chill with Chill Zone Air Conditioning today.
WQ.
Yesterday beating the Wizards 132-101. We get the back end of the back-to-back tonight. They'll have the Jazz in town here. Tip-off will be at 7:30 from the Kaseya Center. Joe, we'll catch that one right here on QAM, of course.
They got some games they can win, Woody. Coming up, I just looking, as you said, Utah's one of those teams. But again, I sometimes the talk radio just sounds, everything gets negative, like everything else going on here, and I don't want to do that. But there's a little letdown. The Heat didn't get something done. They're going to finish it and spin it a little bit. And hey, look, you got to take care like they did the Washington team. They got Utah. They've won 16 games. You need to, kick them around a little bit. And, the goal is always, to me, is it's, 8, 9, 10 games over 500. But I don't know. There's just, this has not been the Riley way of doing things. It hasn't. And I know he's tried, and Barry made it clear. They tried so hard. What a great effort. And so here we go. And, they got a nice fan base you built up. You can stay with them and stuff. It's just, we'll see. And there's a lot of teams they can beat. Hell, they've got some great wins against some of the best teams in basketball, taking care of the Knicks a couple of times. They've beat OKC. They have nights where they shoot the ball well, and they have other nights where they look like just very inconsistent basketball team right now. All right. We've got Mario Cristobal going to join us coming up at 8 o'clock, about 30 minutes, a little bit more than 30 minutes from now. We'll talk to the head coach for the University of Miami. And then we had that thing last night that wasn't, will not go down of the 60 Super Bowls as one of the great Super Bowls. It wasn't a last-minute field goal or a great catch in the end zone or, a great game-saving tackle by somebody running down the sideline. It will not be that situation. But, and now I've already, hey, Woody, it's funny because all the people get up early for a living in here because we all start at 6. They're all talking, and we're all cracking up that, what time did you turn it off? And I go, as soon as Seattle scored defensively.
Never good when you're talking about that with a Super Bowl.
Yeah, never good. I mean,
that's got to sting for NBC, by the way, man. I know a lot of people are paying a lot of money for those commercials.
I said the one thing that I said is, man, you just want to see a game that goes down to the end, where one team, that's what we talked about with University of Miami, right? With University of Miami, they had a chance to win that game on the last drive, and hey, that's all you want from those games is to get that opportunity. Well, I got to tell you, a guy that wins every day, Woody, you know this, a guy that wins every day, he doesn't have 42-20 games, or he doesn't have 51-0 games, or it's a blowout and people are going home going, I'm not coming back here. I can't take the product anymore. I'm talking about Ron McGill, man, Zoo Miami, joining us here this morning, the president, the CEO, and the head mayor at Dade County, the second Dade County mayor. Ron, it's always great having you, man. I'm sorry if some of this stuff's not working. Sometimes,
it's not working. But that's okay, brother. I see your face. It looks great. It's always great being here, man.
Hey, now, Grouchy asked Kim Bocamper going, does anything ever friggin' work in here? And
it's funny because every studio's got the same problem.
Well, we have an engineer. He comes in at 9:30 and he goes, anything I can do? And we go, yeah. And he goes, put an order in on it. We'll get to it when we can.
Same thing. It's the same thing to count. You got to put it in the work order to a guy who's in the desk next to you. I don't get it.
Oh, I thought that was just here at Odyssey. That goes on everywhere?
Yes,
jeez, I can't believe that. That's amazing. All right, got to ask you, the game, it's not. I just said it's not going to go down as one of the top 10.
No, it was
Super
boring
Bowls.
To begin with. I got to be honest with you.
What time did you shut it down knowing you were getting up early?
I watched it to the very end. I watched it to the very end. Actually, the ending a little bit more exciting than the beginning was. I mean,
yeah, there actually New England put together about 250 yards of offense in the fourth quarter. So
there you go. Listen, it's the Super Bowl. There's electricity around it. Great defense. I mean, just
and you're right. It's just, as defense. And now for Seattle fans today, I mean, if I'm them, I'm pumped up because honestly, and I said this about the Dolphins, the line of scrimmage play, Seattle just destroyed that offensive line.
Those freaking backs coming in on the blitzes.
Unbelievable.
That was unbelievable how fast they went in there.
I got to tell you, it's funny you said that. Yeah, I'm talking about guys that thought they were running 40-yard dashes, running by those guards inside. And so, the second part of this, Ron, you start hitting that quarterback a lot. He gets a little shaky. Then it seems like his receivers aren't open. You no longer trust your offensive linemen. Guys are getting bull rushed right over the top of your number one pick.
Yeah,
He's sitting over there wearing his ass out.
Coming from you, it means something, because you've been there, brother. I mean, there's a lot of radio guys that talk about the game and stuff. I'm not trying to patronize you, but I listen to you, brother, because you have lived there, you've been there.
Well, the finesse game just doesn't work, and it doesn't. And that, as we
it's
found
football,
out,
not badminton, brother.
Yeah, because even last night, I know it wasn't bad weather last night. It was just a physical Seattle team. Is just and New England's not bad. Listen, that's a great story from 4 wins to 17 wins, and
their coach, I got a lot of respect for him. Yeah, the Titans let him go, and he came back here and he did something.
I think they jumped right on it. They didn't get caught up. Sometimes you get caught up in the coach and not the organization.
Yep.
Sometimes it's just bad from the top down, and before it even gets to the head coach. Hey, I got to ask you, man. They had me pumping you up last week on Marlins Fan Fest.
Oh, what a great event. I got to hand it to the Marlins. They have done such a great job. It was so organized. The place was packed. Seeing these kids having such a great time.
What he said, he said we got there because he's got 2. Yeah. He's got 1 that's out of control. I mean, the kid just, he's running stadium stairs. The mother's chasing him up the stairs. But they said it was unbelievable.
It was fantastic. They had everything for so many things for the kids to do. All the players were out there signing everything. It reminded me when I was a kid, Joe, growing up, when you went and you saw the players and they all signed and they were all eager to be with the kids. Today, sometimes you see these players, I don't sign anything. They walk away. That was the opposite vibe last night at the Marlins Fest. It was just one of those things where these kids were just so excited to see the players, and the players were so excited to be with the kids. Everybody taking pictures. That's what sports is about. Making that connection to kids, make them inspire them, man, to see their heroes. It was fantastic.
I think there's something to be said. One of the positives, you got a bunch of young, in some cases, really talented guys that haven't gotten to that next thing, and they appreciate what they're trying to.
I saw that. I'm on stage with these guys doing a presentation, and I'm looking at them. I said, God, these are like kids. They really are. Conain's son, he looks just like his dad.
He's a great kid.
He's a great kid, man. He was up there, and and Connor, the third baseman, the guy was hilarious because he's so afraid of snakes. And I had a big snake up there, and the guy was like, he's starting to sweat. He says, please. I said, no worries, Connor. I'll stay.
I'm not a snake guy. You wrapped a snake around me with the kids one day.
But a great guy. Just a great guy.
How many, when they said Ron Gale will have the animals out, like, I was just curious, what do you bring out there?
I brought out some reptiles, because it's very loud and stuff there. So you can't have animals that are going to get freaked out by hearing a lot of loud sound, a lot of loud cheering and stuff. So I brought a big snake. I brought a big lizard. I brought some alligators, the small alligators. And it was great. I just, trying to inspire people about animals and letting them know that they're not the malicious monsters people make them out to be.
So I got to ask you this, because I know a lot of athletes have done this, and people that are high end here in town, and you probably get it from some of the political people too. The private, hey, Ron, can you take us around? And because you did it for me one day with special. The animals were talking to you, Ron, good morning. When the gorillas are going, good morning, Ron, how you doing? Hey, what do I get after talking to these idiots you're with, the Rose family? So I always wondered that. You get that a lot, right?
I do, and I've taken everyone, from Michael Jackson to Christina Aguilera to Marco Rubio around this.
Wow.
Yeah, so a lot of people. Listen, animals are a unifier. Everybody loves animals,
it's amazing.
Especially if they feel they can see them safely. Yeah, it's I have the greatest job in the world, Joe, because I'm aligned with things that people love. Yeah, and that's great.
Well, I got to tell you, you got something else coming up here. To get away. Could this be it for the? Is this it for the? What do you call it? Last sex with the animals?
It's sex and the animals. Joe. Sex with the animals is illegal in this state.
You know who told me that? And I told her. Your friend in the other room, Julie.
Yeah.
And I said, Julie, I just think you're thinking about sex because you're not having. I mean, I'm stopping you now.
Listen, Joe, this is for me. It's a lot of fun because I brought a camera where cameras have rarely gone before. Let me preface. It's for adults only, 21 and over. It includes open bars. It includes food from Wild Fork. It includes food from Apocalypse Now, from Golden Rule. This is all included, plus this show, $175 a couple on Valentine's Day. I don't know anywhere in Miami you can go for $175 a couple with open bar and food and a show. Okay.
Yeah.
Number one, but it's adults only, 21 and older, because it's very explicit. I don't use
Yeah.
any profanity or any bad language, but I brought a camera where cameras have rarely gone before. I mean, I've been on my back underneath two rhinos having intercourse to get the picture. Okay. These are the pictures I'm going to show you of how these animals, I love the way you're looking at me, brother.
Wow. Are we okay to do? I just recently got in trouble for two things.
No, this is nature.
Is this okay?
This is
All
nature.
right.
This is absolute nature. No. So I wanted to listen. I tell people you're going to see things on that screen that evening that you have either done or you have thought about doing, but you didn't want to tell anybody because you thought it was weird. You thought it was kinky. Not true. Animals don't watch Oprah. They don't watch Dr. Phil.
Right.
They don't think they have to do things and live up to certain people's expectations. If it feels good, they do it. We can learn a lot by watching animals. I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you how natural things can be.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make sex not a bad word.
What kind of crowd will you get for this?
We've already sold over 400 tickets to this. It sells out at 500. And it's going to be
and it's coming up this Saturday.
coming up Saturday, 7:00 at the zoo. I'll start talking at 8. From 7 to 8, you're going to have food and drink, and it's going to be fun. And then at 8:00, I hope you've had a lot to drink because
you're heading.
I'm heading into
There's a
dangerous
good
territory.
chance. Yeah.
Listen,
Batting averages go way up that night, is what you're saying.
well, what I do tell people is it's going to be a great show, but I don't recommend it as a first date.
Yeah. Good point. Good point. I got you on that. What else going on at the zoo, man?
Listen,
right now?
we got it right after
This
that.
weather's got to
This
be
weather's
fantastic.
The best. It's the best. This is the time to come out. This is when animals are active. You know, on March 6th, we got the biggest event of the year. It's the Feast with the Beasts. You got to come out for that one year, Joe. I always invite you as my guest. You got to come out. Some of the best restaurants in Miami set up all over the zoo.
Oh, that thing's
it
coming
includes
up
all
again,
the food,
huh?
includes all the drink. It's the greatest party at the zoo. I'm telling you, that's going to be a great event. You can get that tickets on that too on zoomiami.org.
Well, you can come back in before so we can have you on,
Absolutely.
right? And,
Absolutely.
And get you going a little bit here with everything. I got to tell you, man, what you've done and what you've meant to I'd say Dade County because that's who employs you, but for everybody in South Florida, our zoo, man, is just everything from the giraffes in the back.
It's the people you don't see. I got nothing to do with it. It's the people I talk about that do all the work. I'm just a storyteller. They're the story. But I really owe a tremendous debt of gratitude. I'm not trying to patronize you again. To people like you who have given me this platform. You always let me talk and you let me tell the story. And that is incredibly valuable. I know the value of, I hope you don't ever think I take it for granted, the privilege it is to come in.
No. We like it. Julie came in this morning and said, we're getting ready to, do something with sex.
No,
and I go, Julie, we can't. I've told you before, it's not going to happen.
God, I love you. Tell Rose I love you, man.
Julie, no, you ain't friends for Julie. She's single.
Trouble is, I wouldn't introduce my friends to Julie because my friends are great guys to play ball with, but I don't know if they're the kind of guy I'd introduce to my good friend Julie.
Oh, no. And if it doesn't work, it's like, really? So that's what you think of me, the guy. He wasn't there 10 minutes, and he's like, you want to go back to my house? Like, really? Is that?
You're right.
Do I look like that? A hit and run? Is that what I go? No, Julie. I can't believe the guy was like that. He didn't seem like that when he was a teammate of mine. Anyway, yeah. So he might have been in the early 80s, buddy, but he's grown up a lot. He's very mature at this point. Oh, God. Well, listen, man. I really appreciate you coming on a little bit here. We got Mario Cristobal, speaking of what a season, going to join us at 8:00.
I love that guy. I think he's one of the best things to happen in the University of
Miami.
Miami.
I'll tell you what. And you know what? He hung in there. He took a lot of what when he first got here. And this thing turned around, and the guy can recruit. And now they're going, wow.
The guy is fantastic. And I'm saying that as a Gator. That guy is fantastic.
Yeah.
He's a great coach.
He is great for this town, and he loves Dade County, and his name's getting mentioned like everybody. You start having success, and they realize how good he is both during the season and the off season. And so he had the breakthrough, man. 13 wins, and everything else now has a recruiting class in order and a transfer portal with another big-time quarterback coming to town in Darian Mensah, who is a big catch.
Well, I think also the thing about Cristobal is he's a player's coach. And I think that's
he
really
coaches
important.
them hard, but he cares about them.
Yeah,
he just wants it done. There's a way.
He's not asking anything of them that he didn't do himself, and I think that means a lot to a player.
Yeah. What about the Gators right now? How you feeling?
I don't know, brother. I'm still not. I'm
Listen,
feeling good
whatever
about the
you're
basketball
feeling.
team. The basketball team, I'm feeling good about. If that backcourt could be consistent,
yeah,
I think they got a chance. They're leading the SEC right now.
If you feel bad, just look at that poor situation in Florida State right now.
Ooh.
He'd be gone if it wasn't for they owed him so much money. And he knows it. His wife knows it. You go, the neighbors next door know it.
You know what? I'm going to call this the No Filter Joe Show. This is what I love about you.
No.
I'm serious, man.
No. So everybody.
I
else saying all
know
this
that
stuff.
Joe's always going to say it like it is, and that's what I love about it. Sometimes I kind of go, oh, but I love it.
I got to tell you, just recently I've run into.
He looks down the hallway.
It's and Woody, God bless my guy back here. He has tried to protect me. One day the dump button didn't work, and that led to some.
Oh, I heard about that.
That was bad. I got written up. And she came in. She was very nice about it, but I got written up. I guess it went to the very top in Philadelphia, and then recently we had something else happen, and it was like asking me to. It's just
Joe.
It's a different world.
Loves you, brother.
No,
they love you, man.
No. It's not about that. It's just I want everybody to know.
It is about that. That's what radio is about. Connecting with the community is about that.
Do you feel like you get policed too much?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. I'm going to be making a very special announcement that night, as a matter of fact.
Not bad.
I'm going to be making an announcement that night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so this event's got something else that's going to happen.
Something else is going to happen. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, bro.
Man, we do have some stuff in common. Jeez, I thought, damn, I wasn't expecting that. You had me all fired up and ready to go. Ron, it's great having you, brother. You've always been a great friend. Thank you, and thanks for coming in. Last one more time. Will you pump it for me, please?
You got it, brother. Sex and the Animals. Go to zoomiami.org. $175 a couple, but includes food, drink, and a great show with some incredible visuals.
Great, man. Thanks, as always. Ron, thank you very much, buddy. I always appreciate it. Hey, South Florida, something else I want to talk about this morning. Oh, boy. New year means a fresh start, new goals, and a chance to reset. So a lot of my brothers out there have gone through some hard times, off the road a little bit, drugs, alcohol, sometimes going through a bad divorce right now or losing jobs. All this stuff gets you off the road. Been there. You got to get back on the road. Recovery Unplugged wants to be there to help you with your mental health, especially on this comeback season you're going to have. Recovery Unplugged Behavioral Health is here to help with a beautiful mental health residential program right here in Fort Lauderdale. They've helped over 20,000 people nationwide with expert care, music-based healing, innovative treatments like ketamine therapy for depression, anxiety, and trauma. Hey, make this the year you put yourself first. Call 954-737-4508 or visit recoveryunplugged.com. New year, new you. Recovery Unplugged, heal out loud.
Today's topics are sponsored by local WQAM.
The Monday Rewind on WQAM is sponsored by Chevy. It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to see why Chevy's America's most dependable lineup of trucks. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
And now, it's time for Hollywood's headlines. Without further ado, here's Hollywood.
All right, Woody, what do you have for us before we get to the head coach at the University of Miami coming up at 8:05,
Yes,
Mario
sir.
Cristobal?
All right, Joe, we got the dunk contest coming up on Saturday night.
Who are they able to get? I never did hear.
Oh, so here we go, Joe. They have Carter Bryant of the San Antonio Spurs, Keisha Johnson of the Miami Heat, Jace Richardson of the Orlando Magic, and the guy who recently got suspended for attacking a mascot, Jackson Hayes from the Lakers. Those will be your four slam dunk contest participants this year.
I just don't get it.
That is the NBA's marquee event. There you go, man.
Well, at least the G League guy's out of it. That's one
Mac
of like the
McClung,
last 20
yeah.
years. Like he's finally done.
Did he say he wasn't going to do it? Like, does he have something better going on this weekend?
I don't know, man.
Anyway,
You know what really bothers me the most? You
Hmm.
watch a game on any given night and you see some crazy dunk over people.
mm-hmm.
And I always say to myself, I mean, there's some high flyers in that league. Why can't some of these guys play a lot?
Well, I'm not familiar with the four people that are doing it. The only reason I know Jackson Hayes is because we did a story about him last week. He's the guy that, remember, attacked the Wizards mascot
Yeah.
and got suspended for that, and he had some other.
Well,
Wrong,
I
I
wasn't
guess,
going to say anything.
something.
He's going to jump over the mascot now
Oh,
and try the D's nut into the dunk.
maybe it was like all part of a stunt here. Anyway, Joe, just to add to what we were talking about earlier today about, having to have all these different networks to stream. I don't know if you're an MLB.TV guy or you want the MLB TV app or any of the MLB stuff here.
I got an MLB network.
So if you want MLB TV, you will have to go directly through ESPN now, and you will have to be a member of that, what I was telling you about, ESPN Unlimited. So MLB TV is now behind a double paywall. You need to purchase MLB.TV, which is priced at $150 per season for new subscribers, $135 for returning subscribers, in addition to the ESPN Unlimited plan, which will cost you $30 per month.
Damn, Woody.
I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm so confused by all this stuff. But
I get-
MLB.TV, that services, is now
I
behind
see,
a double paywall.
ESPN's doing this bunch thing. I think Hulu and some different.
That's.
I
think
thought
for
about
that $30,
doing that.
I think
said,
you
hey,
get
I
that.
asked the wife. I said, Mark, why don't you check on that? See if we can save some money on that. Is there by bunching,
Bundling.
bundling?
I don't know.
Bundling.
Bunching,
Excuse me,
bundling.
bunching.
I don't even know anymore.
I don't know.
Well, here you go, Joe. You want a skinny bundle? YouTube TV will launch a sports-focused skinny bundle in the next few weeks. The package will cost $65 per month, which is a 22% discount against YouTube's base TV plan.
Wow, Woody. Hey, Woody, it's not crazy, especially if you're buying a movie or two
Mhm.
on Netflix or something. You could be looking damn near $1,000 a month with all these things.
1,000 seems high, but
Woody, you get them all.
everything you want to watch is a different.
I find
service
out my
now.
kids come home
Mhm.
and they don't have it, so they just go get it,
Yeah,
and I'm stuck with everything out there.
sure.
I said, I don't even see some. And she goes, oh, and I go, well, we have that? She goes, oh, yeah, we have.
These
Yeah.
things add up, man.
Yeah.
$30 a month is not cheap. That adds up. What is that? Over $3,000 a year?
Yeah.
Something
Yeah,
like
that,
that.
1,000
right?
a month is a little high. You're right. But it sounds
Is that
good
no
on the
300
radio.
a year?
No,
300.
5,000. I mean, you spend a lot of money, though. It's crazy.
All right, one more for you here, Joe. I got a double Duke UNC story for you. All right, so we had Duke, North Carolina over the weekend.
Classic. Always a great game.
Fantastic game.
Yeah, always great.
North Carolina wins on a last-second three. North Carolina comes to the Watsco Center, by the way, on Tuesday night. Tomorrow night, football team's going to be honored. It's going to be a whole deal over there. But the North Carolina fans stormed the court after the game. And as has become the case with a lot of these court stormings, there were some issues. And here's John Shires, the coach of Duke. Here's John talking after the game.
For me, it's hard to talk about the game when I was most concerned just for the safety of our players after the game. Like, I don't want to make it about that because Carolina, they played a great game to win. And that's a heartbreaking loss for our team. I got staff members that got punched in the face. My family pushing people away, trying to not get trampled. And that's not what this game is about. And you give them all the credit in the world. It's not about the game, but obviously that was a scary ending, and that this rivalry is not about that.
Isn't there a fine now for the football and the basketball courts if you run on the field after the game? Aren't they fining these teams a certain amount of money?
It's honestly, it's kind of sad that, we can't storm the court without attacking people, but you got a bunch of drunk college kids, I guess.
So you think some college kid just punched one of the assistant coaches, just saw he had a Duke shirt on and I've been dying to hit you.
Unless you think he lied about it.
I don't know what to do with.
It's quite a predicament.
It's been around for a long time. The big upset.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's waiting for the countdown to run on the court.
That's quite a predicament, Joe.
Jeez.
And our final one from that game. Did you happen to see your friend Jordan Hudson sitting next to Belichick in the stands there?
Did I see her? No, I don't think I did see her last night.
No, not last night. At the UNC Duke game on Saturday.
No, I wasn't.
So
able
she
to
was
watch
in the stands with Belichick, and she was wearing a T-shirt that said "Orchids of Asia Day Spa." If you're not familiar with the Orchids of Asia Day Spa, that is the Florida massage parlor tied to Robert Kraft's 2019 prostitution bust.
Like, why? Why is this 24-year-old girlfriend, who everybody thinks is in this thing for the money and fame and getting a nice kickstart in her life?
We got it on the screen now, by the way, for you, Joe.
Why would she do something?
Because she's an embarrassment. I don't know.
I mean, if you're a longtime wife and really frustrated, maybe I could live with that. But what are you doing? Why do that? How's that help the relationship with Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick?
I don't know, but at some point, doesn't Belichick tell her to stop?
No, because he's an idiot too. But
he can't be that dumb. Like, he's just going to the game. Like, you really want to be the center of attention always.
I really don't think he says no to her for anything. I swear. It is such a bad look. Like, look, man, I know a lot of people are trying to get this thing where those two get somewhat back together, right? And I get it. Kraft fired Bill Belichick before he got his record, before he got his wins to be the winningest coach, and he was hurt. But why is she getting involved in this with this stupid ass? She just such an immature thing. That's like,
she's an idiot, but like to me, it's a worse look for Belichick.
Well, he's an idiot for not going, hey, nah, don't do that. Look at
is the shirt funny? Sure, it's funny, but it's just not the right time or place. I don't think, especially with all this stuff going on. It's funny. Someone said
that ain't gonna help the relationship.
People were finally feeling bad for Belichick. I think Belichick got some sympathy points for not getting into the Hall of Fame, and then she goes and does this.
It's just so petty.
Did they have their party, by the way? Or is that's when the Hall of Fame gets actually inducted?
I don't know, but what's going to happen next year when they go in together and they have to?
She's going to speak. She's going to introduce him.
Oh, my God.
He's made enemies of everyone else in the NFL. Guessing Brady ain't going to do it.
So is it Tom Brady, Jimmy Johnson, or Nick Saban are going to?
Yeah, maybe Jimmy,
I'm probably missing another player that he had on the team that he was really close to. But anyway,
just seemed like a good time to lay low and not,
what are we doing?
Piling
man?
On here, but
what is this stuff about? Seriously, it's just stupid.
Very petty.
Tell you what's great, man, is the story we just had. Mario Cristobal and the Miami Hurricanes playing the national championship game at home. Great game, really a great game, and just a great year. 13 wins. So we haven't had the coach on, man, and he's got nothing but a lot of great news, and he's He's reloaded real quickly. I can't wait to get out there to spring football. It's going to move back a little bit here, but to see this team starting with his new quarterback, always love that, Darian Minsaw. Anyway, we'll talk to Coach about all that stuff coming up, including last year and the great run at the end of the regular season, right into the playoffs, and impressive wins against A&M, Ohio State, and Ole Miss. My God, was that fun. Tell you what else we got to tell you about Atlantic Men's Clinic. Hey, I'm just talking to all the guys out there that are going through low T and ED. Something guys don't go around telling everybody. Tired all the time, honey, not tonight. I'm just so tired, and I'm just exhausted. Maybe tomorrow night we can go out, and you find out now you're going, I don't want to go on vacation there. It's too much walking. And she's like, what is wrong with you? What are you doing? And then, with low T is ED. You know when you have that, you might try to tell me, well, low T, how do I know if I have it or not? ED, you know if you have or not. Boy, if nothing's happening in the bedroom right now, the sex drive is gone. You need Atlantic Men's Clinic, man. It works. 2 years ago, I went in there, and I got to tell you, nothing was working. ED was bad. Low T was bad. Everything was bad. And, it's funny because I really didn't have anybody to go to, so I was just like, well, this isn't going to go away. And I thought diet and losing weight or trying to lose weight. But I got to tell you, I got on the program at Atlantic Men's Clinic. It works. I'll tell you what, it not only works, you get great results quickly. And it's real simple. You set up that first appointment. You get the PSA test, if medically advised, a test dose. You meet with their professional staff, and they go, all right, you want to do it or not? Are you ready to get rid of all this stuff, get your energy back, your sex drive back, feel 20 years younger? Are you ready for that? If you are, let's get it rolling right now. 7 locations in South Florida. I go to the Plantation location. I love those guys over there. They're great. Hollywood's got a brand new location. They really do have some great places. They're first class in everything they do. And most important, you're going to get great results. But you got to set up that first appointment, 877-455-7300, or visit AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. You're in for great results, knocking out ED and low T today.
back-to-back Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers, the 3-time NBA champion Miami Heat, home of the 5-time national champion Miami Hurricanes, and Miami Hurricanes basketball.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less than your pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. Starting with the Super Bowl, where Seattle blew out New England 29-13. Kenneth Walker was named MVP. And the Heat, who crushed the Wizards 132-101. Miami will play the back end of their back-to-back tonight when they host the Jazz. Tip-off is at 7:30 from the Kaseya Center. And the game can be heard right here on WQAM. The Joe Rose Show continues now. And it is time to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location. Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. ToyotaofHollywood.com, Joe.
All right, it's been a while. We haven't talked to him, and what an unbelievable run. I think I speak on behalf of all Miami Hurricane fans. 3 playoff wins, Texas A&M, Ohio State, Ole Miss, all the big guys going on the road, and just an unbelievable national championship game right down the wire. 13 wins on the season. My God, it's unbelievable. Mario Cristobal joins us this morning. Coach, man, I haven't talked to you, so I just got to say this, man. Congratulations on a really, really fun season as a fan to watch.
Good morning, Joe. Appreciate to have me on, man, and appreciate you. And right back at it, man. Full throttle, and looking forward to building on it.
Well, we got so much to talk about because to me it's unbelievable, and I mentioned this last time I talked to you. While you're getting your team ready to play on the road, Texas A&M, and now you're playing Ohio State, and then you're playing Ole Miss. Man, you got transfer portal world going on. You got high school recruiting going on. It just never stopped. But at the end of the day, man, you got a great class, high school. The transfer portal ends up being a top 3 class as well. So obviously it's just dividing your time. How did you go about, you got final say on everything. Every guy that comes in, everything falls at the end of the day on you. How the hell do you find time for all that stuff? And do we need to make some changes?
I mean, it's the Cuban coffee, man. Come on, you know, you got to go. I mean, at the end of the day, until they fix the calendar, it is what it is, Joe.
Yeah.
And you just got to go, and you really can't cheat any of it because, I mean, it's pay the price now, pay the price later. You don't compromise anything with your current team. That's number one, right? First and foremost. But you have to dig deep into the hours. And you know what? Everybody's got to do it if you want a chance. And, if you want to be playing in those big games and not sitting at your ass at home during, December and January, you better get after it. And, we have great people and we work together as a team. So all together, everybody did a great job.
I got to take you back on this because, not everybody was patient while you said, I'm going to need 3 or 4 years to get this thing to way. I wanted to look, and I know it starting with the line of scrimmage, obviously, and you did it in year 4 when a lot of people, I don't know, is this going to work? And finally they started coming. You started playing this game the right way, and just talk about how good that feels for you to finally get it looking the way you knew you could do.
I mean, it was always a process, Joe. I mean, it's call it what it is, whether coming back here as a GA in 97, 3 to 4 years, going to Rutgers, 3 to 4 to 5 years, going to FIU, 4 years, going to Oregon, 3 years. I mean, that's when you have to take on a program that is not in great shape and the roster needs complete overhaul and you have to install systems and culture. It is what it is. So on this side over here, we, I guess I don't know about the outside. I know you mentioned the outside. I mean, That's not part of life, man. Like I can give a rat's ass about anything outside. All I care about is the people inside the building and how we work. And that's the complete focus. And honestly, that's how it goes. So in terms of anything else, I just, I don't know, just kind of irrelevant.
Hey, so let's talk about the other big story happens after this great run. You get recently the news that Darian Mensah is coming, the Duke quarterback, who's one of the top guys in the country. Nobody says anything bad about this guy's talent. Talk about what you've seen and how long. Can you run me through some of the background on how this all came about? Because I was kind of looking, I go, all right, they got a big game to get ready for, but man, a couple of these quarterbacks already found new homes. What's the game plan? And you had one.
Well, I mean, you got to wait till they get in the portal. That's the bottom line. And you hear this guy might, that guy might, but when they do, you got to go, and you got to go hard, and you got to go fast. And just felt that he was the best one. He was deadly accurate, just creating explosive plays on schedule, off schedule, pocket presence. After meeting him, unbelievable personality, made it the right stuff, alpha. And you know what? He's the right guy, not only for us, to go and continue to get better. He's also the right guy to help develop that young quarterback room, because that young quarterback room is really impressive, and we think those guys are going to be great players. So, I mean, it's kind of the same as the previous quarterbacks. You surround them with an elite supporting cast, you have a great chance for success. So we can't wait to watch him cut it loose, man.
All right. So, and by the way, with him comes his number one receiver, and Cooper Barkate, to go along with Malachi. And I'm like, oh boy, this, and we haven't gotten in the running back room. We'll get in that in a second, but oh boy, a couple 1,000-yard receivers on this team. I can't remember last time we said that. Just talk about the game plan and how good he is. Obviously, he's been with I think they're high school roommates or teammates, actually.
Yeah, I mean, a guy that was, when he was a sophomore in high school, was a defensive player of the year in lacrosse. I mean, he was recruited as a safety by a lot of people, so he's got that mentality to just get after you. And he was a great player, at Harvard and out there in 3 years. I mean, already has his diploma and went out to Duke, and then from there he followed his quarterback into the portal. I mean, he's explosive, another 1,000-yard guy. It's kind of neat. We have a lot of thousands, right? Comes in and out the roster, right? Yeah. 4,000 here, 1,000 there. Mark Fletcher, 1,000. Malachi Tony, 1,000. Let's just keep adding in those kind of numbers. We'll be all right.
Yeah, I got to tell you. And then on top of that, just recently getting Damon Wilson there, the edge rusher, who's a big-time player. A lot of people had him the top edge rusher in the transfer portal to come in and take some snaps. I'm guessing that gets a lot easier when you have a Reuben Bain and Akeem Mesidor play the way they played this year, huh?
Well, I think it's a combination of we do what we say we're going to do with players that come in terms of development and giving them an opportunity to play, in championship games, New Year's Six bowl games, and then, up their status and go to the Senior Bowl and go to the East-West Shrine and other bowl games and go to the Combine. And Joe, let's call it what it is now. I mean, we live in Coral Gables now, right? I mean, it's one of one. There's no match. There's no place like it in the country. And
right. They're getting
private school education in arguably the most elite city in the country and in the world, and it doesn't get better. It's just different. There's nothing like it. And now the fact that our facilities are going up fast, that our football team is winning at the level that it's winning, you start putting all this stuff together, right? In April, the draft is going to be phenomenal for the Canes. Our spring ball is going to be as intense. You'll be there, I hope. It's going to be as intense as it's ever been. I mean, let's go, man. Momentum right now is at an all-time high, so we just got to keep our foot on the gas.
I, like everybody, after that last game, was curious to see who was going to turn pro and who wasn't. I was a little surprised. Were you surprised? Fletch came out a little early. I mean, he just played his ass off. Unbelievable season, especially in these playoff games, and nobody was running harder in the country than that guy. Has decided to come back. Did that surprise you? Can you talk about those talks with him and what he was thinking?
Well, I mean, I think it wasn't surprising. I mean, I think it's a matter of unfinished business in a couple different aspects. I mean, obviously, we want to make sure that we're holding the big trophy at the end of the year, and a couple trophies at that, right? And we were able to hold a couple, but want that big one and want the conference one as well. And I think also the unfinished portion of him continuing his development to establish himself as the best in the country, And he knows we have a great team, and he's got great culture here, and his family is awesome. So it's it's not just getting to the NFL, it's staying in there for a long, long time at the highest level, and he's got an opportunity to do that with another year.
The other thing, I think we all the hardcore fans sit back and watch what happened during the transfer portal. I wasn't surprised how many guys ended up staying. I wasn't, because I think they want to be part of it and they're willing to put in the work. They're the right kind of guys that you talk about that are going to fight. I want to wear this uniform.
Yeah, without a doubt. We didn't. We retained all the starters and our high-level impact players, and when a guy goes into the portal, like we never disclose the process because I don't think that's fair to players and to people. Sometimes a guy's going to be in a logjam and he's not going to have much playing time. And sometimes he just doesn't fit here and he's got to go. You know what I mean? And that's okay. These are young people. They're developing. It's our job to help them here or to help them find a place that can help them develop. And you know what? We keep the process clean and honest and transparent, and it ends up being smooth, and as long as all sides, maintain that process and not go the other route, take shots, and you know what? It's going to be smooth. And so far it's been like that for us.
I always wonder this one too, because you're going to have something that's going to happen here in the next couple of months that hasn't happened in a long time. We got a lot of first round picks, Ruben, Mesidor, Maye, got a lot of guys going to get drafted on top of that, could go the second day and third day for sure. How good is that for just that? That's the way it used to be, right? We used to, when I knew the young Mario, was like, well, we got 4 or 5 guys going in the first round. Oh, no, we got 5 more next year or 2 the year after. It's got to be that. It's got to be so good for business when you get it rolling like that. And you also used to talk about that a lot.
Yeah, they're directly related, right? What you look like in April, right, is a reflection of what you probably look like, from August all the way to January. You can't separate the two. We used to talk about that. Upon arrival, I think there was one 7th round pick. So why is anybody surprised that the roster needs an overhaul, right? Miami used to dominate April. And now we got 10 more guys going to the combine this year. I believe we had 8 drafted last year. It's trending so strong and with so much momentum, and we want to increase that every single year because, again, as long as culture's in place, that is always going to be a direct reflection of what your seasons are going to look like.
So you got strong, I think, 12 from the portal, 29 high school recruits coming in. How many are those guys all going to be ready for spring football? I know you moved it back a little bit, but a lot of the high school guys like last year will be here.
Yeah, you know what, Joe? 29 of them practiced with us at the end of this past season. They had about 10. Well, it was awesome because, again, this guy ripping and running. And we've got one more high school guy that's going to show up. But, again, you never know, right? The portal's always open, right? There's still guys in there, and there's some – there's always movement in there, so we keep everything open and alive. But right now, that's what we have. We had 29 get here. Another one's coming, high school. Then we had about a dozen or so transfer portal guys, and they've been at it. And the only modification we made, Joe, was the guys that played over 400 snaps last year. We took some of the high impact stuff off of them, and that's just from studying like NBA, like the Heat, studying the Panthers, studying the NFL game, as well as teams that had a deep run. What did they do in the offseason?
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I was going to ask you sports science. Mario, you're an old school guy. Getting used to analytics and sports science. Have you accepted that and that some of that stuff you're talking about resting the body?
You know what? As long as you don't compromise physicality, toughness, and everything that comes with it, and culture, I'm okay with it. And you know what? The people we have downstairs, like, they're real. They're not, they're not these, softies. They're professionals. Okay. Yeah. And everything they brought to the table, it matches up for the most part what I'm seeing with my eyes. So, I have to learn. I have to keep growing as a coach, and they've really helped me with that. Even though, sometimes Coach Johnson would tell us, well, the asthma parking lot is over there on the street on US 1. Go over there, right? Like, it's not sports science anymore. These guys help us skip.
Hey, so I got to ask this one. Malachi Tony never slowed down. 17 part of the year, turns 18, and treated these playoffs like it was playing the first game in college. You couldn't have known this thing was going to get to the point that he's one of the biggest name players we have in any sport in this town right now. Do you ever think that would happen?
I mean, I think he's just getting started. In fact, I think you got to wear one of his hoodies around town, man. It'd be good for you and your show,
If it'll help. Hey, help the popularity. I may have to get with a couple of teenage guys, man. I'll hang out with them a little bit. His maturity level, it's off the charts, man. It's incredible, this guy.
Dude, it's fun. And I mentioned it before, Joe, but when I'm over there at 5:30 in the morning, I'm going to check on our check in with Coach Mirabal, talk some duo, some counter, whatnot. I walk in there and Malachi Tony's in there dapping it up and, talking protection. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Like, you're like an alien, I mean, you're 7 years old. You're here with the offensive line coach as a wide receiver. It's a very uncommon, just unbelievable young man, and we're very fortunate to have him.
Mario, man, I'm glad we got caught up, man. I'm just pumped up. The season was just unbelievable. The run, barely getting in, and all that stuff. I got to ask you before we go, this discussion of going to 16, it's 12 now, going to 16 or 24. Everybody's got an opinion. What are your thoughts on where the playoff thing is right now?
I mean, I think it's good. I like 16. I do. I just like starting the season a little bit earlier and cutting it to one bye week and ending on January 1st or the week after, so that then you could work the portal, right? You could figure out your roster and move forward. That's the only thing I would say, Joe, because – and I would increase the rosters back to 125. Yeah, I would increase to 150. I mean, not be able to – it's just so – the system is so flawed right now. It makes absolutely zero sense. Think about this, Joe. We go on the road right after that last game, and our freshmen just got here. Like, that doesn't make sense.
Crazy. No.
Doesn't make you drop off your kid. Hey, you're a kid of my son. It's like, yeah, see ya.
Yeah. No, right. We'll see when we get back. No, it's crazy. That the whole thing. And by the way, it's almost like the deeper you go in the playoffs, the more it actually kind of hurts you as far as keeping up with everybody else on what's going on. It's a crazy system for sure. Hey, Mario, I can't thank you enough, Mario. Thanks, man, for coming on. And hey, people are pumped about the future with this group and watching this team grow again during spring football.
I appreciate you, brother. I'm going to send you a spring calendar to see what days you got, so we can get you up a little bit earlier and come on out and watch practice.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you, bud. I appreciate it. Mario Cristobal, Miami Hurricanes head football coach, joining us this morning, talk a little bit about the season, and obviously pretty pumped up as usual. Hey, guess what's coming up here? Hey, Woody, you didn't tell me, man. The Miami International Boat Show, February 11th through the 15th at Miami Beach Convention Center, Collins Avenue, and other in-water locations close to it. Boy, I'll tell you what, they got everything, man. More than 1,000 boats on display from the top brands in the world. You see them all, man. Whatever kind of boat you're looking for or just want to go out and see, man, it's great. The boat show is fantastic. Boats for every lifestyle, really, from power yachts to sailboats to fishing boats to cruisers to ski boats. You name it, they got it for you, ready to go. And by the way, I want to let you know, boat show discounts and deals can save you big money on boats and the accessories. One ticket gets you in to all 5 show locations. So, hey, you've been enjoy this, and it's South Florida lifestyle. There's no question about it. Again, it's going to be a lot of fun for everybody. Get tickets, parking, transportation, and other information. Go to MiamiBoatShow.com. That's MiamiBoatShow.com. Hey, don't wait. February 11th through the 15th at Miami Beach Convention Center, Collins Avenue, and other in-water locations. It is going to be a great show.
The Joe Roche
All right, welcome back, and good morning to everybody out there, man. Oh, not one of my favorite, obviously. Not to be negative the game, but it was an ass whooping, man. It just was. It was Patriots offense, defense. They, played well. So I mean, it's 12-0 after 3. You can't get mad. They gave up 4 field goals. And that's it. But 5 first downs and 78 yards through 3 quarters. You're not winning against anybody. And obviously, the defense was a story for the Seahawks. And by the way, Kenneth Walker also had a great day running the ball. He was the MVP and should have been, clearly. I'm not one to believe he's a field goal kicker who had a perfect day, 41 yards and shorter, 5 for 5 on field goals in the game. But I hope you had some kind of prop bet on it. You won.
Well, he didn't do anything dynamic.
No, he wouldn't have to make, a 6 field goal from 52 yards with 2 seconds left where you go, this is going to be a no-brainer. There's a situation that could happen. If you don't get in the end zone, you're kicking field goals. The freaking guy's got to get in. I'm with you.
You know what's weird, too, about this game is, like, every playoff game, I feel like we had some sort of topic to talk about the next day, whether it be officiating – or just, crazy plays at the end. Like, this game had nothing. There was absolutely nothing in this game. There was no controversial calls.
No.
There were no great plays by either team.
Outside
of their defense, what's
crazy
played well, but
is the defensive back. Was it Gonzalez? Is that his name?
Yeah, for the Patriots.
Had a great game.
Yeah, he almost. I think he was the one that had that almost interception in the end zone.
He got his hands on, and he was 1-on-1. It wasn't some zone. He was going 1-on-1. He made some great plays on their receivers. And actually, the crazy part is Seattle's, the offensive player of the year, their receiver. He played out of his friggin' play grade all year.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't do anything in this game. Hell, he's going in, went in the blue tent. And they took him to the blue tent. And they decided to, let's take him back in, and then. Hey, by the way, that would never happen here. Blue tent, go in and come back out.
Don't bring that here. But after Championship Sunday, we had the Bronco game, right, with the controversial, the week before you had the controversial, catch. Was it a catch? Was it not a catch? Then you had the Seahawks and Rams, which was, one of the best games of the year.
But isn't it nice?
And then you had this.
Isn't it nice, though, nobody's blaming the officials today?
Well, there's nothing to blame. The game was so out of reach that there wasn't any need for anything.
One thing we're not going to talk about, Seattle was just dominant, just across the board.
That won't happen in a blowout game,
But I will say this, that they're well coached. That
Seattle?
Defense, Seattle. And by the way, the head coach calls the defensive plays, and he zoned in on those blitzes. And I don't mean a blitz where the guys, the safeties are on the line of scrimmage where you got 7 or 8 guys and you hit every gap. These guys were coming from 10 yards back, man, and they were running 40-yard dashes. And I just think, just me, I know Drake May's going to get blasted all day, runner-up MVP the way he looked. He didn't look like a runner-up MVP in that game. But hell, he almost won it. Was he a vote short of points short of winning the MVP, but they knocked his ass around, man. He got sacked 6 times. He got knocked down a ton. Almost had some other plays were disasters. And I just think after a while, you get hit. It affects your accuracy. It affects everything. It just does. He started running around a little bit and created a few plays, Woody, but he's standing there behind his guard or center, and the guy's getting bull rushed right back to him. The guy ends up tackling him, reaching around and throws him down. And he was a deer in headlights right there. Like, dude, he's coming back in your face. You got to move, do something. You can't just stand there.
I also think the stage was too big for him, and he looked a little lost out there. He held onto the ball too long a few times. I thought clearly he missed some open guys.
The other thing is the line of scrimmage was a reminder to everybody, including down here in South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
The Patriots thought they had a pretty good offensive line. Not the best in football, but pretty good. Got a top free agent on one side, got a high first-round pick on the other. Will Campbell, they wore him out on the outside. He got bull rushed. He got beat up the field. He had a rough game. That'd be a rough off season for him because he doesn't need to be told. He knows as soon as he gets on that plane or went back to grab a bite to eat after that game last night, he was like, damn, I just got my butt kicked. And the same thing happened to Kansas City Chiefs offensive line a year ago by the Eagles. Same thing, except they rushed 4, and they were getting there. Last night, Seahawks just had some great blitzes, and either Patriots couldn't pick them up. The guard play was terrible too, not to just pick on Will Campbell. The guys inside were getting smoked. And, hey, that's how you end up with 5 first downs through 3 quarters. And really had never had a chance to win this game.
You want a few texts here real quick?
Yeah.
This one just came in. Drake Maye looked like Tua last night.
He looked a little shaky.
Few of the sacks were his fault for holding on to the ball too long. He did, man. He
did.
Yeah,
you're right. That's a good call, by the way. Great text.
He looked a little
some
lost
of those,
out there, man.
Some of those, you're holding on to the ball. In fairness to those guys, I'm glad they brought that up. And he missed some throws. And then there are other times they went outside and his guys were covered like double blankets on a cold night, man. They were covered.
It's great Seattle won the Super Bowl. It shows the Jets had their QB and let him walk. Darnold winning means New England didn't win. The Jets screwed that one up, as did some other teams, but the Jets really screwed it up.
There's no better story than Sam Darnold, even though I don't know, he didn't have to. He made some throws. I don't want to take away from.
He didn't do much, man.
He didn't have to do much. They had a running game, and that defense. Come on, man. And the defense got 7 points for him.
Yeah, defense damn near beat him.
So, but I don't want.
He did not do.
You don't want to take away. He's still going to be. Hey, he's going to be known as a starting quarterback. By the way, he didn't turn the ball over. He was a good game manager. I hate to do it, but was that a game manager special?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, he made a few throws.
He did enough to get Cooper Kupp over his prop bet. So,
what did he get? 60 yards, 61 yards. There you go.
He went over his receptions and yards.
How many people lost? How many people lost on that prop bet in Njigba last night?
Yeah. Well, the game just had no.
He had 27 yards and
performances,
receptions, and they targeted him a bunch.
Yeah, and then nobody in New England did anything. 305 says, here's his Super Bowl takes, Joe. 1, Bad Bunny was the MVP. He was the only entertaining thing about it. 2, Patriots' weak schedule finally exposed them.
That is, by the way.
3, Drake May's play in the playoffs was awful. Stafford, clearly the MVP.
Yes. Yes on that one for sure. How much the schedule? Seattle had a.
I don't know, man. I mean, they got to the Super Bowl, which is obviously tough to do. I think Seattle probably would.
They didn't lose a road game till last night.
Yeah, they probably would have beat Denver, Seattle, right? Or Buffalo, maybe.
Well, you feel like it didn't matter if it was the Rams.
I mean, it would have been a whole heck of a lot more fun if Josh was playing last night. But,
that didn't happen.
It did not happen.
So
instead, I hope this is May's only Super Bowl appearance.
Hey, by the way, don't worry. He's going to get blasted all day on these national shows. Where does Sam Darnold's turnaround? Oh, they're already started. They got all kinds of topics.
Well, I heard
everything goes to the quarterback, brother. Everything goes to the quarterback.
These New England people were calling into the overnight show here. I'm listening, driving in, and they're complaining. It's like, what? Like, how are you going to complain
about Drake Maye?
About anything with that team?
Winning 17 games from 4 the year before,
right?
Flew past everybody in that division and got home field advantage.
We'd kill for that to lose in the Super Bowl.
Home field advantage till Denver.
Darnold should have held up the trophy and yelled F the Jets.
It would have been funny. That would have been
Someone said all those passes Gonzalez broke up were underthrown by Darnold. That is true. They were. Darnold wasn't good either, man.
No, I'm saying
I don't think anyone on any of the offensive, except for Kenneth Walker, was good in that game.
So, but step back. Nobody's going to be talking about how Sam Darnold played because he won. They won the game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Everything's been going to Drake Maye. Sam Darnold's got a haul pass today, and like you said,
here you go. Did Drake Maye get exposed?
Yeah, there you go.
They get exposed.
Yeah, his offensive line they got kicked around pretty good, but Sam Darnold's getting a haul pass today, because he didn't turn the ball over. That's called game manager, by the way. You don't turn the ball over.
Mm-hmm.
The kid did turn the ball over 3 times.
Yeah, because he holds the ball all over the place.
By the way, where was that throw down the middle of the field? They tried to go back and like analyze that, and I was like, just say it, bro. He just made a bad friggin' throw.
He threw a few balls up for grabs. There was one Mac Hollins knocked down. I think he got picked on the next play, but
hey, the one he dropped into Mac Collins, the first one, there were 5 guys around. I don't know how the hell he got it in there. How about Mac Collins? I'm just from now on, when Mac Collins is playing, he's been good everywhere he goes. And it's like he's everywhere just 1 year, and then so he'll be somewhere else next year. And made some great catch, a nice adjustment on the touchdown as well for him. I like Mac. He's I think most guys down here really like him. All right, hey, we got to go to break here. Woody, we're running late, man. I'm blaming you today for everything that's not on time here on a Monday morning. I do want to tell you about Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage. Yes, I do, and I want to let you know this. A lot of people got a lot of equity in their home and really use that money for credit card debt consolidation. Maybe you're behind in property taxes, HOA dues, assessments, judgments, liens. Boy, you could use some of that money. Reverse mortgage. If your spouse are 62 or older and you have a lot of equity in your home, well, I'll tell you what, Michael Kotze can get you that reverse mortgage done quickly for you. Get that money in your hands, pay some things off, go on a nice vacation, first-time home buyer programs with very little money down with the best rates possible. Poor credit, doesn't matter. Michael Kotze's getting things done for people right now, man. That's what he does. And I got to tell you, if you're going to go to Google reviews on the web, Choice Mortgage reviews, find out what people are saying about Michael Kotze in his 30 years at Choice Mortgage. The man has no life. He's always working to help you, even debt consolidation of any kind. Michael Kotze saying, you got equity in that home. You need it quickly. Call me. Let me get you worked out here. He works 7 days a week. Call or text him, 561-441-2730. That's 561-441-2730, MLS 166254. Rates and terms subject to change, daily without notice. He's an equal housing lender.
WQAM broadcasting live from the Ed Moore
It's unbelievable. Just everything that's happened in my career, but to do it with this team, I wouldn't want it any other way. So proud of our guys, our defense. I mean, I can't say enough great things about our defense, our special teams. I know we won the Super Bowl, but we could have been a little bit better on offense, but I don't care about that right now. It's an unbelievable feeling, man. I'm just so happy for the guys in the locker room and the coaches that put in so much effort throughout the whole season.
You mentioned everything you've been through, all the ups and downs, all the teams. How did all of that experience help you get to right here?
I think that's it. I think all my teammates, all my coaches I've ever had, always believing in me. I've always believed in myself because of my family and my friends. So it's as simple as that. As long as you believe in yourself, anything's possible.
All right, Sam Darnold, 19 of 38, 200 yards, 1 touchdown, got sacked 1 time. They had a nice little running game, by the way, 32 times for 141 yards, including Kenneth Walker, who got the MVP trophy and should have. Also had a couple of catches. But yeah, 160 total yards for this team. He did a really good job, including nice play action fake, wide open tight end in the end zone on that throw. But you have a dominant defense. It gets 3 takeaways, including a pick 6. They get 6 sacks, and they are all over Drake Maye. And these guys are talking this morning about Sam Darnold. Now, listen, he's now officially for life the winning quarterback of a Super Bowl team. And I get it. There's been a lot of guys didn't get there. But, man, that defense, through 3 quarters, pitched a shutout, 0 points. Patriots had 5 first downs and 78 yards. And you had Kenneth Walker running the ball, had some great runs to keep drives going, get closer, be able to kick all those field goals. They kicked 5 field goals, and the longest one was 41 yards in good weather. And I'm not taking anything away from Sam Darnold because he didn't turn the ball over and was able to get rid of the ball when he needed to. But, man, let's not make it sound like he was the show last night. But nobody's going to say a word about Sam Darnold. Drake Maye, and by the way, Drake does he's a quarterback, and he understands that, and you're the runner-up MVP. Now expectations are a lot higher for him. He did not play well, but his receivers didn't play well, and his offensive line did not play well. Now, a few times, as the text message said, and you're right, he had time to throw, and he didn't see anybody open, so he didn't throw it. He started running a little bit, which he's a really good running quarterback. But, man, that's he's going to take the heat because he's a quarterback. That's the way this thing works in every city. But, man, I would look at the big picture, not get too caught up in that. If you want to know, you think he's getting a lot of heat, how about Will Campbell at left tackle? How about the game he had? What is it, third or fourth pick in the draft? He got bullied. He got run right over the top a couple of times last night in that game at left tackle.
Yeah, he was 4th. And then I see this on Twitter. This is pretty funny here. The Jets traded away 2 top 6 picks in Leonard Williams and Sam Darnold by the same GM. Both Pro Bowlers and both
how about
champions.
Boy, Leonard Williams found a home. I thought he found a home with the Giants. Hell, he found a home with
hey, man, whoever picked those players for the Jets did pretty well. I mean, did.
They
I'm
just
sure he's not there anymore.
You're just saying they didn't know at the time he was that good because they were so dysfunctional.
Hey, that's got to be worse than like what we're going through, right? To have the guy on your team and then see him win a Super Bowl somewhere else.
Can I tell you this?
That's got to sting.
Tell me if you're with me. It's not that Sam Darnold didn't work out for the Jets. How about he threw 35 touchdowns last year for Minnesota, and they go,
yeah, that definitely stings too.
We're going to pass and go with the rookie. We think he's got upside to be better than you, is what they said. So this guy leaves and takes this job, and he says, hey, come on, let's go. You're my guy. Let's do it.
Yeah. Think about being one of the players over there. I just saw Justin Jefferson wasn't thrilled.
No, Justin Jefferson said it more than once. We would have been a lot better if we had him. Don't worry about those receivers. They're going to tell you what they think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson said, hey, man, we definitely would have been better with them.
But that's got to sting to have the guy on your team and just either not be able to use him right or just not put anything around him. Like, that's got to sting.
Oh, that's where the owner says, hey, tell me what you were thinking on this one. It's like to his contract.
Mm-hmm.
We gave him this money. We just gave it to him. That's fresh money. A lot of it. And now you're telling me he's getting benched the last 3 games? He's done.
This would be, but that's like the equivalent of like if we traded Tua now and next year he was playing in the Super Bowl for another team.
That's true.
Which would be the most stunning thing in the history of sports. But
yeah,
I mean, if that would hurt if that happened. Could you imagine?
I think the thing that's most likely going to happen is they're going to cut him and just they're going to eat the money no matter what.
Because he has no trade
Hey,
value.
guess what? They're going to eat the money if he stays here because he ain't going to play up to that contract. They're going to be eating that money when he's here. Bet you never heard that before. Even if the guys if they do the Leroy special, I call it the Leroy special now. If they keep him and go, hey, you're going to compete and you got a chance to be the starter and you got new offense now. We're not running that Mike McDaniel super friendly for you offense.
Did you explain that part to Leroy? That you have to specifically design the offense around Tua?
No.
And cater to his limitations?
But there's 3 things here for whatever side of this Tua thing you're on. And I've heard it all. I got it at the wedding for a couple days too.
Nobody wants him here though, right?
No, most people.
That side is that's got to be gone.
Let me tell you, the neighbors is no longer a divide with that big fence there between them. No, most people have jumped to one side of that fence.
Yeah,
that they're all saying when Mike gave up on him, the guy that was the cheerleader to get him the new contract and said he's my guy, I got him. And
how excited did Mike look to work with Justin Herbert?
Oh, over the top. He may, yeah.
Watch Justin Herbert win the MVP.
But, hey, there's 3 things going to happen here, folks, and it's very simple. So for all these guys writing all these creative stories about Tua and getting close, he's either going to get cut and he's going to get his money. He's going to get traded, and we're going to pay most of that money for the trade for a very, 6th or 7th round draft pick. And we're still going to have to put in a majority of that money. Or the third one is he stays here and he's super overpaid to compete or stand here with a clipboard making more money than the whole coaching staff.
Yeah. I don't know that he's going to be thrilled with that, so that might not be a great option.
Well, he's already said, listen, in fairness to the guy, and I don't give him very much fairness because I don't think much of him, but
you don't say.
No, in case you haven't noticed. But hey, man, you know what? He's right. It'd be dope to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I agree. Couldn't say it better myself. Dopey or dope or whatever, his ass needs to go.
Someone said, I hope he pulls a Sam Darnold. No, it would be funny if he went somewhere else and ended up in a Super Bowl.
So you're telling me he can go somewhere else and slide
funny,
and get a first down running, or you're telling me he'll be able to,
I don't know, man.
like when they tell him to throw it in the end zone and he takes a sack because he knows he can't throw it in the end zone before the half? Are those things?
But like to me, I wouldn't even sign him as a backup because I think there's just too much baggage, right? You don't want to be the next team that he gets a concussion with.
No.
That's the problem. Remember how ugly that thing got when he got the latest concussion? Remember how ugly it got and they were calling for Mike McDaniel to be put in jail on ESPN?
No, they're blaming every Yeah.
They're killers over there, heartless and
like they only care about winning. Yeah. It was
and we were like, well, let Tua decide for himself.
Tua
we
came
got
out
for that.
Tua came out and he said, hey, listen, man. And hey, he's right. This is what I do. I knew what I signed up for. I know what could happen down the road, but this is what I want to do. And he was getting mad, like, stop asking me about it. Then the team brings him back and says, hey, listen here, we need to stay healthy and play in every game. So if you have to slide early, if you have to throw one away, don't worry about it. We'll get him the next drive. It's a tough one, man. You're right, Woody.
There's a lot of baggage, man.
There's like, hey, do you want to deal with this with the
Yep.
new team? Now, he's got some experience. He can make some throws. I'd recommend he stay out in the Northeast because he got to play outdoors in the winter. But, may not be his best time to be a starting quarterback in December or January up in the Meadowlands or something. I'm really curious to see what the rest of the league thinks of him.
They said put a guardian cap on Tua and let him run.
Oh, by the way, I think he's one of the guys. He refused to wear that, right?
I have no idea.
Can we go through that too?
I don't know. Dolphins should tell him he's going to play slot receiver unless he retires.
I will miss those press conferences, though.
I know they did give us some good stuff.
We got stuff we'll never hear again. Never hear again. No question about that. All right. Hey, we've got 9 o'clock. God, time's flying today. Oh, my God, is it flying? Do want to take a moment to tell you about Recovery Unplugged for all the guys out there. And by the way, don't feel like the Lone Ranger. There was a point in my life that I was off the road a little bit. Not proud of it. It happens. I've told people, very honest about my dysfunctional former life. But I do want to let you know Recovery Unplugged's helping a lot of guys get back on the road, get back in the lane, get going again, get their lives, getting a fresh start, new goals, and really a chance to reset on what's going on in your life. If your mental health needs a comeback season, Recovery Unplugged Behavioral Health is here to help you with a beautiful mental health residential program right here in Fort Lauderdale. They've helped over 20,000 people nationwide with expert care, music-based healing, innovative treatments like ketamine therapy for depression, anxiety, and trauma. Make this a year you put yourself first. How about that one? Call 954-737-4508 or visit recoveryunplugged.com. New year, new you, Recovery Unplugged, heal out loud.
Today's topics are sponsored 747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less than the pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia, DoralKia.com. Starting with the Super Bowl, where Seattle blew out New England 29-13. Kenneth Walker was named MVP. And the Heat, who crushed the Wizards 132-101. Miami play the back end of their back-to-back tonight when they host the Jazz. Tip-off is at 7:30 from the Kaseya Center. And the game can be heard right here on WQAM. And, Joe, we are down to hockey and basketball.
Yes, we are. And
baseball around the corner.
Baseball,
Yes.
spring training. I guess, man, FanFest was
it was packed.
Packed.
Great turnout for FanFest. Always cool getting to walk on the field at those places.
that, the clubhouse stuff, the locker room stuff where those guys are.
Beautiful day, by the
People do
way.
like it. Yeah,
They
you
had
catch
all
good
the
weather.
windows open. Things were, they got the World Baseball Classic coming.
So Ron McGill was saying the players were great with the fans.
Yeah, they were.
It's great before they get real good when they change. It's good that they that they do this. So that's great.
But I think 2 days, right? The 11th, I think. Pitchers and catchers, yeah. So we're there, man.
All right, we haven't been up there.
Almost into the dead of summer here.
We haven't been up there. I'm trying to let all the Derek Jeter stuff go and so fresh start.
I think they want a fresh start with you.
No,
That's the vibe I got.
No. They're already. It's much nicer. No, much.
No
nicer.
Derek Jeter left.
No Derek Jeter. We're good. Different time. So their
We'll
president,
go back up to Jupiter.
So you're telling me their president, when there's a new sponsor, will come down and meet with them and talk to them and welcome them and spend a few minutes with them. He's not above all that stuff, which is good. That's good to know. All right. Hey, listen, we've got a rough one last night, man. A rough one.
That's the last football game we're going to have for 7 months?
Where's that rank in recent years?
The worst one I can
ugly?
remember. I don't ever remember turning a Super Bowl off that early.
How bad was the Kansas City game a year ago?
It was bad, but at least it had some star power. This thing was just
got clobbered in the first half.
Dud.
If I'm not mistaken, they got shut out in the first half too.
Yeah, that was bad.
You see Travis Kelce's thinking about coming back.
Yeah, why not?
Aaron Rodgers thinking about coming. Aaron Rodgers is coming
Well,
back.
Aaron Rodgers is going to think about it. He's going to think about it until training camp. Then the week of training camp, he'll let whatever team is trying to woo him, he'll let them know.
Well,
remember he did it with this. He's done it with everyone.
He did come back.
Remember he had the whole cave off season one year, and then was it last off season he had the fake wedding?
I know you may disagree with me, but Aaron Rodgers is definitely between top 15 and top 20 quarterback in this league right now. Yes or no?
I mean,
5 or 6
probably.
teams don't have one.
Yeah, probably, I guess.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want him.
It's good enough, though, for teams that go back and watch him throw it. He could throw it. He got a gift from God, that arm.
Yep. You got to have a good offensive line for that guy, though, because he can barely move anymore.
No, he can't move as well. No, you're right. 41 or 42 now or whatever number is, but he can throw it. He can throw it.
Team that's going to be scary is the Rams.
Well, Seattle,
because the Rams are going to rebuild too, or
Seattle's not
they'll
going
add some
away.
pieces to that thing.
That's going to be a tough division again. Hey, I'll tell you another one. Kansas City Chiefs, third best team in that their division, right? Chargers, all that money and draft picks.
Yeah, still got Mahomes.
Seem to know what they're doing. Denver's not going away.
You think Buffalo makes some moves here to help out Josh a little bit?
Man,
I know they don't have a ton of money, but
got draft. I'm curious to see what they try to do. Pass rush. Got to get better on the line of scrimmage defensively. They got pushed around too much. Need a receiver. Need a frontline receiver. There, by the way, they have pretty much insinuated they did try to make a hard run after trying to get Waddle. And the team said,
I don't know that he'd be a great fit there. Matt Cold.
Be an upgrade.
Yeah.
Be a big upgrade from that group.
He's got injury issues too, though.
No, he comes in and out of the lineup. His aren't full-time. He just
part-time.
Part-time.
Okay, fair enough.
He goes out, but he comes back
Comes
in.
back.
Yeah. Hey,
you want to hear the We got some numbers here for Super Bowl 61 already.
Go ahead.
You got two teams that are the favorites. You got the Rams and the Seahawks at plus 900.
Okay, no surprise.
Buffalo plus 1,100. Ravens plus 1,300. Packers. Then you get the plus 1,500 teams. Lions, Chiefs, Chargers, Patriots, and Eagles. I'm going to find the Dolphins. Hang on, I got to keep flipping. The Dolphins, Cardinals, and Jets are all plus 20,000. Those are the longest odds available for any team to win.
One more time for the longest odds.
The Cardinals,
Yeah.
Jets, and Dolphins. The Tennessee Titans have better odds, as do the Saints and Raiders and Browns.
We are just we need to be. It's got to be a year of patience. There's no question. We have those guys going to need time to clean things up. They are and get better drafts, and it just can't happen overnight. I explained this to.
How do the Titans and Raiders have such better odds than Browns?
Off the money they have in free agency and a draft.
Man, Titans were brutal.
We don't have money. We're going to have to create some money.
I know, but the Titans they were so bad.
We got money. It's called dead money.
Raiders, I guess, will end up with a quarterback.
Yeah. They're going to take Mendoza.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as Tom says that's the guy,
jeez,
that's going to happen.
Boy, the Dolphins are long shots.
Well, listen, this all goes back to same position, same topic you're going to see all day today. The Drake Maye and how they look at Drake Maye. Now how they look at Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, man, is a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? They're showing some of his highlights. He made some good throws and stuff, but had a nice running game last night and had a dominant defense. How good was it? They got Drake Maye, 3 turnovers, 1, a pick 6. He got sacked 6 times. They had 78 yards of offense and 5 first downs through 3 quarters. God, jeez. I'll tell you what, if I'm the quarterback, I'm going, hey, fellas, kind of like this, huh? Not bad. Hell, they punted 15 times between the two teams. Not good for business, by the way. All those punts, not good. You know, it was a weird one. I'll give you a weird one. New England never tried Borregales never got a chance to kick a field goal.
Yeah. I think they got close enough.
No, they.
You want a couple texts here? By the way, someone says MLS champions Inter Miami start in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
so
I
we
saw
have
that.
Soccer.
I did see that. Start up.
I guess the World Cup is coming to town at some point.
They don't have Inter Miami doesn't have much to do with this anymore. So go ahead. But whatever happened to the girl that works there? She used to call and was really nice. Did she leave?
No, she's still there.
Communication girl.
This might be a you issue.
How about they don't need us issue?
Mm.
Even though they're going into that new stadium.
That thing, by the way, drove by it yesterday.
I saw it
Saturday.
Going up quickly. Going up quickly. If you've been down by that airport.
Let's see here, Joe.
I love the Moss brothers. I don't know if that love's mutual anymore, though. Go ahead.
This guy says, patient. I've been waiting since 1974. Is that patient enough for you?
No, brother, I got you.
Thought you said we want to win one before you die. That's not very nice. Although, we're creeping up to that.
I hope I can stay a few years in retirement. And, everybody wants to enjoy a little bit of retirement.
Yeah, but.
And keep an eye.
Let's just say we probably need to hit on a quarterback this time around. I don't think you have another 7-year stretch.
You know what? Somebody very close to me said to a couple of us, you guys need to learn not to get so emotionally tied to this team.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Like,
yeah, but you travel with them.
No,
you're part of it.
No, they told me enough people care in the old front office. They told me so. So you know what? I was like, okay, they care enough, then I'm not. But we're gonna have to be patient, man. I believe in these guys that the GM, the head coach, but they just if they're not gonna be able to flip it overnight, and people, we were drinking and we had some season ticket holders with us down in the Keys, and they go, tell me something good. What are we gonna do? A quarterback. We need a quarterback. What are you gonna do? And I go, we don't have a plan. We don't have a plan right now unless it's Malik Willis. I don't know what the plan is. Then they go, Tua's gone, right? I go, I hope. And then what are we going to do with the roster? So we got to build it through the draft. And I go, oh my God, how many? They know, but they don't want, like, how we going to hear that again? I go, yeah, we don't have any big free agent class where we can just go out and buy 5 or 6 starters that are proven guys.
No, this is going to take time. There's a reason the Dolphins have the longest odds.
Yeah.
Out of any team in
They
football.
know all these things. So Las Vegas does their homework. They're talking about all these things. All right, what about the Dolphins? Oh, the quarterback thing. Oh, boy.
They'd love to take your money if you want to bet on them to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They'll be more than happy to accept your bets on that one.
It's
Someone said it looks like the Patriots couldn't get a lucky break, the opposing quarterback being hurt and outplaying a crappy team. I
don't know if that's completely fair. I don't think you get to a Super Bowl by being they didn't play great. And they got their ass kicked. There's no question about it.
They deserve credit for getting to the Super Bowl.
They got there, man. And they've got some good wins.
As we know.
You remember who their last loss was?
No.
The Buffalo Bills. Remember, at home.
Mm-hmm. It was a good game, if I recall, right?
The Bills were up. The Bills were down 21-0.
Yeah.
And they came back and won that game. But you look at that team last night, I'm sure a lot of teams are going, man, I wish we could have played the Patriots, right? They did not look very good. Receivers didn't look like they're getting open when they were. He didn't get them the ball, or he didn't have time to throw the football. Bad combination of things, and a great defensive game plan from Seattle. Those blitzes were absolutely perfect. And some of the one-on-one matchups, Will Campbell, left tackle, not to pick on one guy. He wasn't the only guy struggling, by the way. There are a lot of other guys struggling last night, but man, that was we'll never just say this, that it was a top 5 or 10 Super Bowl game of all time. But if you live up in Seattle, they're jacked up. They got to win with a dominant team, and you can bring that defense back. And
everybody talked it into existence, by the way, because all I heard for 2 weeks is how bad this whole thing is. Bad matchup, bad teams. Bad halftime show. Everyone just, everything was bad about this game leading up to it.
Well,
we tried to hype it the best we could. But
we
just didn't. There was just too much negative energy around that game.
What kind of reaction did we get about Bad Bunny?
I mean, to be quite honest, I think most people seem to enjoy it. I don't want to speak for everyone, but
I got a theory on it. So I got a theory that younger people really like Bad Bunny.
He is like the most popular. I think he had 20 billion streams or something, they said. Like, he's wildly popular.
Yeah. No, they didn't just, like, the commissioner of the NFL didn't approve this to piss off the fan base.
No, and that's the funny thing about it, too, is that, like, everyone makes such a big deal about the halftime show, and it was the most harmless. Like, it was just a completely harmless show. Unless he was saying stuff in Spanish that was really divisive. Yeah. Like, maybe he was, but.
And you know what's hilarious about that? Most people, if they don't speak Spanish, have no idea.
Yeah, but it was harmless. I actually thought it was a pretty good performance without knowing what he was saying.
As soon as he was done, because I watched the whole thing, I said, hey, honey, how'd he do?
I mean, visually, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, so.
Right, and the guy's got a good presence to him.
Tell you who was good, man. Green Day gave you, if you like Green Day, they were good. They hit 4 or 5. And
I heard they dropped an F-bomb. I missed Green Day. I didn't catch Green Day.
I didn't hear the F-bomb.
No.
I do like them, though. They're a Bay Area band, by the way, for the record.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We have a bunch of good Bay Area bands, but some of them, like Sly and the Family Stone. Sly would have been great, except he just passed away here in the last year.
Mm. But it's like, I just think everyone made such a big deal about it, and it ended up being nothing.
It was never a big deal to me.
No, it wasn't, but it was a monster deal to some people.
And guess what?
People that, need to fuel anger for tweets.
Whether it's rap or an old rock and roll group, as everybody figured this out, everybody's got different taste in music.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to my kids rip all the old bands that play. Oh, my God, I can't believe you liked it. They look like they could hardly move up there. Look at them.
So the guy saying, like, Green Day says divisive stuff. Like, Green Day's always been political, like, from back in the day. Like, it's not new. Yeah, American Idiot. Like, it's been, that song's like 20 years old.
No, all their stuff is.
It's not.
They're not a bunch of spring chickens, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of how they've always been, but whatever. the halftime show bothered you, then you probably got bigger
Well,
problems.
you had another option. I know people were sending out.
There
stuff
was another
last night,
option, yes.
somewhere you could go.
Kid
or
Rock was performing.
Kid Rock and some other
That's
people.
more up your alley.
No, Kid Rock's not up my alley.
No, I was saying in general.
Oh,
I know he's not up your alley.
All right, hey man, we got to go to break here. We got a lot more stuff to get to here this morning, but it really doesn't matter whether this was about politics last night or not. It really doesn't matter. I have learned through the years, no matter who it is, there's a lot of people go, "That was the worst show I've ever seen. That show sucked." And meanwhile, the numbers spike most years at the Super Bowl because more people want to watch the halftime show.
I saw preliminary numbers. They said it's the most watched halftime show ever. But it's like, obviously, the guys.
So all those people said,
numbers,
I'm
people
threatening
like
to leave you. I'm leaving you till that third quarter.
But I don't know how you could have watched that and just been like outraged by it. It just was, I don't know, it was harmless. Kids were dancing. They seemed to enjoy it. I was worrying about my bets.
I know you were. You're trying to figure out.
Which, by the way, had a very rough night because nothing happened in the game.
At 12-0?
Yeah, 12-0's not good for prop bets.
12-0 through 3 quarters didn't help you out last night?
Life is too short to bet unders, so.
All right.
Woody,
I want to take a second. Valentine's Day is coming up Saturday. It's a great time. A lot of people getting ready to pop. And by the way, she's expecting that ring on Valentine's Day. You're stressed out, worried about money and everything else, and you're ready, and your feet might be a little cold, but it might be more about the ring. Listen, Beverly's Jewelers put something together in the last few months that is absolutely amazing. They've got a stunning 3-carat certified lab-grown diamond, VVS clarity, e-color set in a custom-made 14-karat gold engagement ring for just $3,999, and it is amazing. It is not out of some grocery store. It is fantastic. 3-carat diamond ring for only $3,999. By the way, let's just talk about Valentine's Day and all the great gifts you can get. No matter what you're looking for, necklaces, bracelets, earrings, they got it all for you. Great-looking jewelry with up to 70% off select pieces. Hey, so it might be a good time for you to get in there. And, oh, by the way, if you got some old, need some cash and you got some old jewelry in there, gold or silver or anything else, they got immediate payment for you. Just bring it in. Enjoy interest-free financing, free gift wrapping. They do it all for you, man. I tell everybody, you can go to bevjewelers.com and see some of the stuff, but the true stories, you got to go to the store. You got to meet with Jeff and Amanda and that great staff and go, "Hey, Joe Rose said to come in here, man. You got something for me to help me out for Valentine's Day, including an engagement ring." Yeah, well, they have it all at Beverly's Jewelers. In Fort Lauderdale, off Commercial Boulevard, or online at bevjewelers.com. Beverly's Jewelers, where South Florida gets engaged.
Today's topics are sponsored
Wow, Woody, time been flying this morning, man. Flying. Late night. Try to keep that TV on just in case. You know, nothing worse than watching the whole game, then you go to bed and some crazy comeback happens. And it didn't happen last night, but at the same time, do you see the yards the Patriots had in the third quarter? They had like 250 yards of offense in the fourth quarter at the end of the game.
I wouldn't know.
I didn't either.
I stopped watching. Hey, man, it's not good when you got to turn the thing off.
No.
Isn't that usually when these things peak with viewership?
Yes. Hey, listen.
That thing probably peaked at halftime.
Nothing
and went,
better.
Steadily
Everybody
downhill.
starts calling, going, hey, this game's going down the wire, last minute of this game. And the numbers always spike.
$8 million for commercials. I don't remember
8 to
one
10.
of them. Do you remember any of them?
I do. What I see, a horse with eagle on top of it. Is that what I saw?
I don't know. What was that for?
Budweiser.
Okay. Did that make you want to drink a Budweiser?
No. But you asked me one I remember, and I thought
Dunkin' Donuts, I guess, had one.
Dunkin' Donuts had a whole bunch of celebrities, including Tom Brady was in there.
Yeah. Ben Affleck.
Boston guys where they have Dunkin' Donuts every other store.
Yeah, and he's in Good Will Hunting. So
good point. It
was okay.
Yeah.
The whole thing was okay. It wasn't good, man.
How about the potatoes? Potato chips. Had the guy.
The emotional commercial with the potato chips. Yeah, that was really great.
You didn't like that?
No.
You're a real hard ass, man.
I just don't want to. I don't need like an emotional, pulling at my, heartstrings about your potato chips.
Well, I got to tell you, I watch a game with mostly women. They going, oh, I love that. And I go, you're right.
You need to be with a group of guys that were repulsed by that commercial. That's what you need.
By the way, there's nothing like a Super Bowl to divide people on commercials. And problem with these commercials, they were out like 2 weeks early trying to get all this exposure for them. You can see the commercial. A lot of people saw what was out there.
You guys see the Pepsi one?
I didn't see the Pepsi one.
I don't even know which one that would be.
The Pepsi one where the polar bear is likes Pepsi. They kind of stole Coca-Cola's mascot. You know how the Coca-Cola has the polar bear always drinking the Coca-Cola during Christmas time. Well, they had a polar bear do a blind taste test, and then he loves Pepsi and he becomes a Pepsi guy, and he's away from Coca-Cola. And
pretty smart. I like that.
So I like that one. That one was good.
All right.
Don't you like what you like with soda? I don't drink soda, but with Pepsi and Coke, don't you have a side usually?
No.
Or do people switch?
I'm good with Pepsi and Coke both.
You don't care. Okay. They taste different though, right?
Woody, that was our Gatorade when I was a kid. That's all we had. After practice, let's go get a big Mountain Dew. Oh, brother, can't wait.
You didn't have energy drinks back then. That's why.
That Mountain Dew
right?
did it. Yeah, big thing of Mountain Dew to really fill up your gut after a practice was
took years off
your
life.
Go-to, man. What a big go-to right there. Anyway, Woody, we got more stuff to get to here this morning. Mario Cristobal is going to join us, coming off 13 win. Finally got everything, man. Got his high school recruiting class in. He got his transfer portal class, which, by the way, I think ended up number 3 after getting his new quarterback and wide receiver and pass rusher. So a lot of good news, and got a lot of guys to come back as well, except for guys going in the draft. So good news for all that stuff. We'll talk to Mario Cristobal as he looks ahead with this team and some of the things he's going to be working on. Right now, though, before we go to break and talk to Mario Cristobal, hey, it's the start of the new year, and I want to tell you, man, whether you're looking for a new car, truck, or SUV, South Florida Chevy dealers got something for everybody, man. Busy work week to being a weekend adventure, looking for the perfect car, truck, or SUV. We got something for everybody. And by the way, one of the SUVs we don't talk enough about, and I want to introduce you to, I call it our A-lister of SUVs, the 2026 Chevy Blazer, perfect mix of capability, comfort, and confidence. Boy, I'll tell you what, it's got everything, man. It really spacious enough to accommodate a big family, yet doesn't compromise any of the style and great look that it has. There is nothing like 2026 Chevy Blazer. Check it out. New year, new points of view, new places, and new adventures. It's perfect time to hit the open road in a new Chevy. Stop by one of the 14 dealerships throughout South Florida. Fall in love. Visit your local South Florida Chevy dealers today. Together, Let's drive in this new year.